Fox News.
There are certainly many more charges to come, but we are upgrading the initial charges of assault to murder in the first degree. The other guardsman, of course, we still have hope. He's still in critical condition.
That's 24-year-old Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. An Afghan national is in custody. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff heads to Moscow next week to discuss a peace proposal. But if Ukraine is expected to cede territory to Russia to end the war, former NATO allied Land Commander Beth Hodges notes,
it's been a non-negotiable thing or a non-starter that they have to give up land to Russia, particularly land that Russia has not even captured yet.
In the U.S., Black Friday shopping is underway.
French pajamas, dog sweaters, socks.
There's a Wicked record I'm really excited about.
UPS says because of a deadly crash earlier this month, its fleet of McDonnell Douglas MD-11s won't be able to help with the holiday rush. CBS's Stacey Lynn explains.
The company says it will take longer than they originally thought to get the planes back in service. UPS is now expecting inspections and possible repairs will stretch out for several months, putting the fleet of planes out for the busy holiday delivery season.
Traveling this holiday weekend, a storm is targeting northern states. Meteorologist Craig Allen.
It's the lake effect snow that is falling especially to the east of Lake Superior, as well as downwind from Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. It's getting into northwest Pennsylvania and much of western and northern New York states.
A beloved performer shares an update on her health.
Well, hey, it's Dolly here.
And there she was. The fans who cherish the 79-year-old songwriter and singer have been concerned over her absences at recent high-profile events and the postponement of a series of Las Vegas concerts due to what she's called a few health challenges. And so the Thanksgiving message on Instagram.
I am so thankful for all of you and for the memories that we've shared through the years.
Dressed and made up with the flair her fans love and appearing well, Dolly finished with a nod to one of her iconic hits.
And just know that I will always love you.
Michael Toscano, CBS News.
The Grand Ole Opry is celebrating its 100th anniversary today with a special show in Nashville to be live streamed. The celebration will feature guests like Blake Shelton, Vince Gill, and Garth Brooks. This is CBS News.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online at steelusa.com or in-store.
Explosions in Northgate Thanksgiving morning. More on that after a visit to the KIRO Newsradio traffic desk with Lori.
Traffic actually doing pretty well. Northbound I-5 at Michigan. We still have a collision. That's in the center lane. Southbound I-5 at the West Seattle Bridge. Look out for a stall partly blocking that right lane. Now, if you're taking the ferries, Edmonds to Kingston is an hour delay. Now, Seattle to Bremerton has canceled the 12:20 and the 1:30 sailings due to crew issues. Linwood to Seattle right now, an easy 22-minute drive, and Bellevue to Federal Way for 24 minutes. If you're heading from Bellevue to Everett, there's still a 2-minute delay after the collision cleared at 527. Your mountain passes, still no restrictions on 90 and Stevens Pass. Traction tires are advised. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. If you're looking for holiday lights, Zoo Lights opens tonight at Point Defiance Zoo. The display includes more than 1.5 million lights shaped like animals and festive scenes. And for the first time, the zoo will allow dogs on 5 special nights in December and January. Tickets range from $14 to $20, and dog night tickets cost more. In Seattle, dozens of volunteers dedicated their Thanksgiving to cooking meals for homeless teens. The executive director of Teen Feed tells KIRO 7 TV.
A group of volunteers shows up, cooks the meal, serves the meal, cleans up the meal. It's been going on for over 40 years. Teen Feed was established in 1987, and it's kind of a magical place and kind of a magical thing.
Teen Feed says the need has felt more urgent with the pause in SNAP benefits earlier this month. A car full of fireworks caught fire early Thursday morning near Seattle's Northgate Mall. About 9:20 a.m., smoke started to rise from a vehicle in the parking lot next to Barnes & Noble's. The explosions were caught on SDOT cameras, and according to the Seattle Fire Department, there were no injuries. The incident is under investigation. And runners will take over Seattle streets this weekend for the 55th annual Seattle Marathon, sponsored by UW Medicine. There's a brand new route this year. No more I-5 express lanes or Green Lake loops. Both the full and half marathons start at Seattle Center, finish at Pier 66, with scenic stretches through parks and waterfront trails. The half kicks off at 7 a.m. Sunday, followed by the full at 7:30. And now your weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Sunny with a high around 51 in Seattle. Increasing clouds and 50 tomorrow. And then Sunday for that Seattle Marathon, we're back to mostly sunny skies. But it'll be cool, a high only into the mid-40s. It's sunny and 48 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome to the show. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We are enjoying a little time off with our families for Thanksgiving. And
I'm enjoying time with Jake's family. It's been a refreshing change for my own.
Spike's over here at my house. We're here at my house right now, live from my house. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time with your family and loved ones, and we're looking forward to seeing you next week. Spike?
Just checking my email real quick, making sure there wasn't any notice sent out to our team.
No, not any firings?
Nothing. Layoffs. Boy, I put my foot in it this morning, buddy. I owe an apology to a coworker. I don't want to name any names.
Is this related to the Amazon land?
Yes, it is, because we see this story, 14,000 Amazon corporate employees laid off. You see the internal memo was leaked. They're doing everything they can to help those impacted by these layoffs.
Sure.
Find work internally inside the company. They're helping those headhunters.
Like cross promotion.
Right, cross promotion into other. But if you're a corporate employee in Amazon, you know, you've got a level of stature. You're not driving a truck or fulfilling orders in a warehouse.
Making some good money.
Where else are you going to go in Amazon unless it's a downward trajectory?
I would think, though, that there might be another corporate position that could be
that's what they're offering. Yeah,
lateral hiring is what they're saying.
And they're giving them a 90-day window to seek other employment opportunities. So they're doing what they can.
So this is a big story. So this is first things first.
First things first.
Okay.
Is 14,000 people.
And how you stepped in it.
I've got a friend who works at Amazon. He's in a corporate level position. He works in, a division of Amazon that has global impact. I don't want to be too descriptive at a preface.
Yeah.
He's got
a lot of dough.
He's got a nice place, nicer than mine. His kids go to nice schools, nicer than mine. I'll say no more. He's got the exact same name of one of our coworkers.
Okay.
And so I saw the story and I texted him, "Hey, buddy, saw the news. I hope your family's okay. Let me know if there's anything we can do to help." And the coworker with the same name came up to my...
Who works here.
Yeah, came up to me with this no blood in his face. Do you know something I don't?
He goes, wait a minute. Am I being fired?
So I apologize. I got to be a little more careful with who I type in the name into my contact list, which is 14,000 contacts. That's my first problem.
Yeah. But he's got the same name.
Same
it's
name.
A fair mistake.
Same name. I know, but gosh.
But did you successfully get through to your friend?
He hasn't responded yet. So
boy.
I know.
He might
and
be busy clearing out his office.
That's a bad sign, right?
It is a bad sign. So Amazon is cutting, they said 14,000 corporate jobs. They said could be cutting as many as 30,000 jobs. That's 10% of its 350,000 corporate employees. Now that's
a global number, right?
That's global.
Okay, yeah.
But this is not, think about how many employees Amazon has, and they're about to hire a ton more for, seasonal workers, which they always do.
So let me clarify real quick, because that's a great question I had when I saw the number.
Yeah.
350,000 that's the corporate level.
That's just the corporate level.
That's not drivers or fulfillment warehouse people.
Correct.
That's not guys who fold up cardboard for me.
Exactly.
Whom I love.
Yes.
Those guys are essential workers.
Who are
the guys who run the blue tape.
At the O'Neill house many days a week.
Many times a day.
Many times a day.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'd unplug my doorbell cam. I was getting notices. I get 15 notices a day.
You're like, geez, Louise, I get it.
I get it.
It's what do they call that? Just like they're just building a distribution hub.
A distribution hub at the end of my street.
Right
I've
in
heard.
your garage.
Yeah, right there, saving time and money for everybody.
It's really convenient. The problem is they're really good. Did you see that story? We'll talk about the 14,000 who are fired or getting laid off, but Amazon expects that with, and I wonder if that's part of this too. The question is like, why are they having to lay off 14,000 corporate employees?
Right.
One of the things, although I don't think it's really contributing to this corporate part of it, maybe a little bit, but the advancement of AI and robots, we talked about this last week. With the advancement of robotics and AI, Amazon expects they'll be able to double their orders, double the amount of packages that they're sending out in the next 10 years, which to me is, I feel like they're at peak capacity
There's not enough road to put double the number. How many more trucks are we going to be on the road?
So what Amazon is essentially saying is, the demand is so high that we can't meet the demand. So in the next 10 years, we'll be able to double our numbers, which to me, again, that doesn't make any sense to me. But they don't need all these employees. That's the other thing, is they don't need all these employees to fulfill those orders because AI, again, these are corporate jobs.
Right.
A lot of the robot jobs are going to be in the fulfillment centers. So those layoffs.
Well, there's different arenas. Robotic
that'll be a whole
replacements,
different type of a layoff.
AI replacements. Yeah.
So what was your take on this? Like, when a company starts laying off folks, and it always seems to be right before the holidays. Have you noticed that?
That's the first thing I thought. I said, why don't you wait till Christmas Eve, Ebenezer?
Yeah.
Come on.
The reality is you do have to clear these people off the books before the new year starts. I don't know when the fiscal year is for these companies. If it's always the same thing.
Good question.
I don't know if that's a part of it. Maybe. Somebody who runs one of these big companies can probably let us know. You can text us. And even if you run a smaller company, if you have to fire somebody, you don't want to start the new year with them on the books. But what was your sense of why they're letting go of all these employees?
Well, in the letter from HR that was leaked, by the way, the internal memo that was leaked out on this thing, they said in this one paragraph here, while this... So some may ask why we're reducing roles when the company is performing so well. Across our business, we're delivering great customer experiences every day, innovating at a rapid rate, and producing strong business results. What we need to remember is that the world is quickly changing.
Sure. So
this generation of AI is the most transformative technology we've seen since the internet. So many of these jobs that were human jobs that were well trained, well paid, corporate jobs.
You just don't need them.
They're just sorry we can do all that with.
You could have, honestly, this is going to be a big thing too in law. Like for law, when you hire a lawyer to write up a contract for you, you can now get AI to do your contracts.
Paralegals. One of those industries that AI's got a bullseye on.
Bing! Absolutely.
We talked to the chief of Redmond's Police Department yesterday.
Yeah.
And was it Evans?
The Darrell Lowe.
Darrell Lowe. Thank you. And they're bringing AI in to help do detective work.
Yeah.
But they're fulfilling staffing shortages with AI.
Sure.
Becoming more efficient.
Streamlining their processes. Yeah.
These jobs were being done, but they were done by humans with families getting paychecks.
The other
money that comes into this economy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's heartbreaking for people who lose their jobs, but also there's money that's not going to be coming into the local economy. And we don't know how many of the 14,000 are going to be here in Seattle and Bellevue. Of the 350,000 global corporate employees, there's 50,000 in Seattle, 14,000 in Bellevue.
Correct.
So so a chunk of them are going to be here.
Yeah, could be in Seattle, could be in Bellevue. Here's one of the things that I was looking into when I first saw this. I was like, I wonder how much, because my inclination, because I'm so cynical, is that it's always. I'm cynical about governments.
Yeah.
And so it's always taxes for me. I was wondering how much taxes are going to be affecting these big companies, because there's such an easy scapegoat. Tax the wealthy businesses, yada, yada. In this case, I don't think that's actually has much to do with it. And the more I was looking into this, Amazon grew exponentially during the pandemic. Did you read into any of this?
Oh, yes.
The hiring spree that they went on. So I have some of these numbers
the answer to our prayers.
Well, yeah, it was the answer to Amazon prayers. Amazon's business grew tenfold during the pandemic.
When you couldn't get out, when stores weren't open.
So listen to this. In 2020, the company added 500,000 workers to meet overwhelming demand. Between January and October of 2020, Amazon hired 427,300 new people just in one year alone.
Right.
That's almost 500,000 in 1 year. In 2020, the workforce of Amazon grew by 1.3 million employees worldwide. And so when you have a hiring spree like that, there is a correction on the other side when things slow down.
Agreed.
Which is what, unfortunately for them, this is also a time when technology is increasing, and Amazon is a technology business.
Yeah.
When technology is increasing so quickly that they can start reducing employees based on AI, like we were just saying, but also when you've just hired so many people, when you've doubled your workforce in the last 5 years.
And the emergency's over.
Yeah, and the emergency's over.
Right.
There will be a part of that where, some of the business has to get back to usual.
And I'm sure that the employees affected by this must have seen that coming. These are smart people.
Yeah. They're highly paid. You have this job for 5 years or however. And I'm assuming at Amazon, like it is at a lot of these companies, it's, last in, first out. So some of the longer term employees who've been there a long time probably are not facing the axe. And when you think about it, cutting 30,000 people sucks. It's not good.
Yeah.
But if they hired 500,000 people in 1 year alone, that is a smaller percentage of that number. That's a very small percentage of the number that they hired.
After fire season, you let some of the seasonal fire workers go.
Yeah, and it sucks. Anybody listening right now who works at Amazon, I feel awful that you're losing your job and, being downsized, or you're, hopefully you're able to transition, like you said, into one of those other spots.
Right. Within the company, they're making a priority for everybody to see one of these notices to find them work.
Amazon is a growing company, like we just said. Yeah. They're trying to double their size in the next 10 years. So there's going to be opportunities. It depends on how quickly people are willing to learn new skills and try new things.
Right.
Put themselves in.
Relocate their families, maybe.
Boeing is really great about this. I've got a bunch of friends who work for Boeing, and when Boeing has moments of downsizing, the first thing they try to do is they try to find places inside the organization, which is massive, obviously locally here, for those people who work at Boeing to already find some of those skills. How can those be applied into other departments?
That's good. That's just good business.
So hopefully
that's good
Amazon,
human element for business too,
yeah,
right?
But it sucks.
Humanity.
It sucks for the people who are staring down the calendar and looking at the holidays.
And you asked about that was one of my thoughts. Why
it's
now?
Always during the holidays.
Why
but it's
now?
the end of the year.
But Jeff's not hurting. They're doing great.
Jeff's doing well.
Like the letter said, during these times of incredible growth for the company.
Yeah.
It ain't like their business is falling off a cliff and they got to just cut people loose. You couldn't wait till January.
It's a bummer. You know what I'm hoping?
Hard candy Christmas, isn't that what they call it?
Sometimes when they have layoffs like this, and I don't know that this is the case, but sometimes they'll do a layoff. They'll say, hey, you know what? Your contract is going to end at the end of the year. We're not going to hire you back, or we're not going to continue your employment. But maybe you get paid through the end of the year. I don't know that that's the case.
Well, they were saying here they're getting 90 days to look for a new role internally, if that's possible. It depends upon various locales and local laws impact. Because what I read in the story today, of the 14,000 announced terminations, Washington, D.C., and New York, only those three locales are going to be taking this first round, maybe first round of corporate cuts.
Sure.
Because they said
probably those are their biggest epicenters of corporate employees.
I was thinking the same thing, right?
Yeah,
but they're going everywhere. They're in every market.
Have you been in an office when they're going through layoff rounds like this?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Which made me feel even worse about my coworker getting the wrong text.
I know,
right?
We've all been there where you're sitting there and you're watching. You come into work that day. It's always a blindside. It's always a blindside. They're required to I forget what the system is called, but if there's going to be a big bunch of people who are going to newly be unemployed in your state,
off-boarded,
whatever they call it, firings, layoffs, whatever, off-boardeds, they do have to file paperwork with the state if it's over a certain number. Do you know?
Because it impacts.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but there is a website where they show that. So there is some sense that maybe people have that, things are going to start tightening. And the rumors are always flying around when you're inside a business. We've seen that here. Mm-hmm. In media, it happens fast and it happens swift, and you just kind of keep your head down.
Yeah.
And you sit at your desk and you watch as people get fired. Or maybe you get an inkling, you're like, that person. And then you all start guessing and gossiping about who's really, who is completely useless here. And then you all start.
I don't mean to laugh, but you're spot on.
But that's
I've seen it happen. Yeah.
And I imagine there's probably stuff like that happening at Amazon today.
It's a gray day.
But
it really is, man.
They're just such a massive company. It's so huge. 350,000 corporate employees. This is a 10% cut, which is not crazy. Starbucks has done the same thing.
Exactly. I was going to say.
Amazon is just so big that 14,000, that number jumps out at us. But it's because the size of the company is so unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it sucks. So obviously our best to everybody, and hope you find a new spot. All right.
If you need to get calls, maybe we can find somebody who can help you out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Spike knows a lot of people.
I know a lot of people.
A lot of people name the same name.
You betcha.
He'll pass along some info if he
Tell
needs
me your
to.
name. I'll tell you what. I'm so sorry I did.
All right, can we talk about this jewelry heist? They've arrested. Do you remember this a couple months ago? Was it back in the summer? I feel like
it was in August. It was talking about they just arrested a guy. This guy was a jewelry thief, and was arrested for multiple.
If I were to describe
smash and grabs,
if I were to describe a jewel heist, and I were to say there was 4 jewel heists. They went in and they smashed up a case and they stole a bunch of priceless jewels. You would think I'd be describing that Paris heist that just happened at the Louvre.
Yeah.
But no, this was a local one. You remember this?
I do. This was West Seattle.
West Seattle.
Middle of the day, right?
Is it
lunchtime, ironically enough.
Sons? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Menashe and Sons. Famous, I guess it's a storied jeweler.
Yeah, been there for years and years and years.
So 4 masked suspects using hammers. They broke into the store, shattered a bunch of stuff, display cases in under 2 minutes. I mean, real smash and grab.
That's it.
Literally. $2 million worth of merchandise, emerald necklaces, gold bracelets, Rolex watches, platinum diamond pieces. None of the jewelry has been recovered. That does not bode well for what's happening in Paris right now, although I don't think they're related. So they finally got a guy. I'm surprised it took this long to get somebody.
Well, what I'm seeing in the story here is this guy was arrested for multiple smash and grabs.
Yeah.
And then 2 days after he was arrested on the 16th of October, 2 days later he was charged in this West Seattle gig.
Yep.
So apparently they had him for other burglaries, other smash and grabs he had done.
So
come to find out he was the guy that also did the West Seattle job.
So they say, let's see, what is it here? Deshaun Harrison has been arrested in connection with multiple smash and grab robberies, just like you said, several weapons violations, which I guess because he has a prior, he's a convicted felon.
Not allowed to own firearms. Right, but
so
look at the table full of guns and drugs they picked up when they brought him in.
$250,000 bail. 3 additional suspects still at large, so now it's about seeing if this guy will flip. This is a leverage point for him.
It sure is.
So if he wants to lower those are like a convicted felon with firearms, that's big boy jail. You do not want to go there. So he's going to be able to leverage this, and is he going to flip on those 3 other people that they suspect were part of this?
And maybe get some of the goods back. Still none of it recovered.
Maybe. Okay, so the interesting part about this, at the time, you might remember this, this was from SeattleRed.com. There was something kind of embarrassing, and it's totally not his fault, and there's no way that he could have known this was happening, but Seattle Police Chief Sean Barnes was eating lunch at a nice little eatery, like right there, and his security...
Just a couple doors
down, literally like yards away, as the robbery is taking place. In fact, the getaway car for the people who are now still at large blocked in his vehicle while he was there eating lunch. His security detail, they had kind of no idea what was happening.
No.
And so, listen, I'm going to read you just a little bit of this from SeattleRed.com. Chief Barnes and security detail were at a nearby business when the robbery occurred, a spokesperson for the Seattle Police Department explained to the Jason Rand Show. They could not confirm the chief was in a restaurant. He could not confirm the chief was in a restaurant. They were inside the business and were unaware of the crime unfolding. The suspects were in and out of the jewelry store in exactly 90 seconds. That's pretty good. His security detail was in plain clothes at the time of the robbery. So, all right. So he's nearby eating lunch-ish or in a nearby business.
And
car blocked in.
Traveling in an unmarked car.
Yeah.
Because I got to think, let me ask you this. If you're knocking over a jewelry store and there's a cop car parked 2 doors down, do you think twice about not going into the jewelry store?
Yeah, of course.
Well, so when you're blocking in the chief's car...
Well, you can see these vehicles. They always say exempt on the plates.
We're not talking about masterminds here. We're talking about guys who run in with a hammer and grab jewelry and run out.
Listen,
these aren't the best and brightest.
These guys now for many months have gotten away with a $2 million jewelry heist.
Good point.
They're not dum-dums. I mean, they might be. We don't know that they're not dum-dums.
I guess my point is, it's time to get away with unmarked cars. Do away with them. If the police chief's going to be in your neighborhood, I want a police car in my neighborhood.
Put a star on it.
Right?
He's
put a cherry on top, as they say, right?
Something. The reason we're bringing this all up is just coincidentally they arrested a guy, which was interesting and in the news. But Sean Barnes is going to be on the show with us today at 2:00. We've
had this schedule. We've been chasing this interview for quite a while.
Yeah.
Not since August 14th, but we've been after this interview.
It's not related to the jewel heist.
Not at all.
It's just one of those funny things that sometimes happens.
Today's the day they got the guy.
Serendipitous. Today's the day they got one of the guys. Maybe it'll come up in our interview with him. That's going to be at 2:00.
2:00, great.
Yeah, so people can tune back in live at 2:00. Should be good. All right, we got a lot coming up. Stick around. You don't want to miss a second of it. There's a scam happening. If you're traveling at SeaTac, this is a brazen scam.
This is terrifying.
This is terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they haven't put a full court press on arresting whoever's doing this, because this seems like kidnapping to me. This seems like a hostage situation or something. Yeah. And they're just kind of riding it off. And I understand that. So we'll get into it when we come back. Stick around.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
This year, make comfort the first gift during the Black Friday sale at Home Comfort Alliance. Through December 1st, call to get savings up to 75% off furnaces, air conditioners, backup generators, EV chargers, water heaters, and more. If your system's over 12 years old, upgrade now before it breaks and save. And remember to schedule your consultation before December 1st and save up to 75% and take 18 months to pay off 0% financing OAC. Visit HomeComfortAlliance.com today.
30 years ago, Davis Law Group was founded to be the best law firm for our clients and our community. Our core values are to win, help, and serve. It means our success is defined by the difference we make in our clients' lives and the impact we can have in our community. Not by giant settlement checks or shiny offices. Our mission to lift up the vulnerable extends beyond the courtroom to our charity partners, promoting safety, uplifting students, accident victims, foster youth, and the elderly. If you've been injured and want better results for your claim and for all of Washington, call Davis Law Group today.
All right, here's a quick confession. The reason Nick, my wife, is going to Longevity Medical Clinic is because why?
I got sick of watching you sleep at night when I was awake.
Wait a minute. Wait. Here's what would happen. I'd be asleep because I've got my hormones balanced thanks to Longevity Medical Clinic. I'm asleep, and then Nick would go, "Are you asleep? Are you sleeping? That's not fair. I can't sleep." I'm like, "So you're going to wake me up?"
Yes, because I didn't want you to have more energy than I would the next day, and I was up all night.
So what did I say to you? I said, so go to the Longevity Medical Clinic. Do the same thing I did. Get your hormones balanced. You'll sleep better, right?
And I did.
Right. You don't have to wake me up anymore and go, it's not fair that you're sleeping.
I know.
But didn't you see that it wasn't fair that you were waking me up?
Yes, because now you're the one taking the dogs out because I'm still asleep in the morning.
So we're both getting good night's sleep. We're both getting lots of energy, and we're happy.
You want me to tell you why? Because my hormones are now balanced.
Okay, I don't want to hear about your hormones right now. So be like Nick and get a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300. That's 206-656-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for children in foster care and youth statewide. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at revivemenshealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. People are keeping up with tradition of going shopping in person. KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin is at the Seattle Outlet Mall in Tulalip.
North Face, Nike, everyone has been really, really popular this morning. But we've also got a couple news stores, and we have Carol here with us. She's with the outlets.
Ulta Beauty and Fabletics, Rag & Bone, and Vuore just opened last week. So we've added some really, really exciting brands to our lineup.
Everybody looks like they're having a lot of fun out here, honestly. The lines are moving really fast. And even though they are kind of long at times, again, people say that they're just happy to be here and hanging out with family and friends.
And if you'd rather skip the crowds, consider grabbing a fishing pole this holiday weekend. The State Department of Fish and Wildlife has stocked 65,000 jumbo rainbow trout in 25 lakes. It's part of Washington's annual Black Friday fishing tradition. These trout can weigh 3 pounds and measure up to 17 inches. The goal is to make it easy for families to spend time outdoors. Stocked lakes include Green Lake in Seattle, American Lake in Pierce County, and Lake Ty in Snohomish County, among many others. A late-night rollover crash in Tacoma ended with a DUI arrest. KIRO 7 TV's Jake Chapman has details.
A rolled-over pickup truck blocking multiple lanes on the interstate.
It was bad. Like I know there was like 4 cars turned over in the rig. It was rough.
Is what Tanya saw firsthand while on the job Wednesday night.
By the time I saw anything, the truck was turned over, traffic was backed up all the way down I-5.
Washington State Patrol says this happened on I-5 southbound near South 56th Street in Tacoma. Not long after the driver was evaluated for their injuries, they were arrested for drunk driving.
Today, the University of Washington women's soccer team will be playing for a spot in the Final Four. KIRO 7 TV's Dee Dee Sun has more.
They reached the Elite Eight in dramatic fashion last week with a double overtime win over Virginia that came down to penalty kicks. It's been a whirlwind of a season and an emotional last couple of weeks after losing goalkeeper Mia Hammond to kidney cancer. This is only the 3rd time in program history the Huskies have advanced this far into the NCAA tournament. They'll face Duke in Durham, North Carolina at 3 p.m. today.
And let's head over to the KIRO News Radio traffic desk with Lori.
Well, Nate, I think everyone's shopping and not driving right now in northbound I-5 at Michigan, though we still have a collision. I think it's no longer in the center lane. Looks like it's over to the right. And South 5 at the West Seattle Bridge. Right there at the express lanes, we have a stall partly blocking. Edmonds to Kingston, ferry wait now 2 hours. Seattle to Bremerton not only canceled the 1220, but also canceling the 130 sailings because of crew issues. Seattle to Everett right now, 26 minutes. Seattle to Federal Way, a 20-minute drive. Bellevue to Linwood, you're looking at 18 minutes, which is still a 1-minute delay from that earlier collision at 527. Your mountain passes, Stevens, traction tires advised, but I-90, no restrictions. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
And your weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Well, you want to get those outdoor chores done today. It's the warmest day for the next week. 51 and sunny for Seattle this afternoon. Cloudy tomorrow and 48 for the high, and then mid to upper 40s the rest of next week. It's sunny and 48 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, Spike, parenting is hard. You know this. I know this. Everybody knows this. But imagine a situation where you find out that your kids have stolen something. Not like, did you ever steal anything when you were a kid?
Yeah, I've been in this exact position.
Sinner.
Well, I've been in this exact position, but in my era. That's okay. I mean, I'm happy to admit, you're young, you're dumb, you learn. I've been trotted back into a store.
Did you really?
And forced to apologize.
This is so smart. Did you? And I bet you that changed your life.
That and the whipping I got when I got home.
Sure.
To be fair, my old man was a spanker. Never excessive, never to the point of abuse, never when I didn't actually deserve it and needed it, and I totally benefited from it.
As were mine.
I know everybody has different points of view on whether or not you should, corporal punishment a child.
I do not begrudge my parents one lick.
There you go. That's exactly how it was.
And they spare the rod, spoil the child, as I have read, and they loved me.
That's the pillow I sat on for my sore bottom. That's the same one I sat on.
That's what's stitched in.
Stitched in there. Yep.
Crocheted or whatever it is.
You know
That's
it, yeah. Needle point.
All right, so there's a dad.
It made the point.
This was going around on social media. This dad walked his 2 teenage sons back into a CVS after he found out that they had stolen some just like low-priced items, which is what kids are stealing these days. I think there was a soda and there's some other things that they stole.
Snacks, yeah.
Some snacks.
Yeah.
But he did not want them doing that because that could lead to, other things that they might feel like they're entitled to take just because they might want them.
If the further you let kids get off course, the harder it is to get them back on track.
100%. And as hard as this would be to do, this guy did the exact right thing. He marches these kids in. You're going to hear this audio here in a second. But he marches his 2 sons in who look just about as sheepish as you can look as a human being. They are mortified to be walked back into the CVS. He finds the manager. He tells the manager what they did. And I guarantee you these kids are never going to steal again. So good job parenting for this dad, as hard as this was. But listen to this.
Come over here. Excuse me. These are my kids right here. Okay. They came in here and they stole. I apologize. They coming in here and return the stuff that they just stole. Okay. And if you ever see them in here again, please kick them out. Okay. Or even call the police on them.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. My big manager is right there.
Come on, go. We'll take it back and tell her you apologize. No, he was still in them. I found out he coming to return them.
Okay.
If you ever see him in here again, can you please kick him out?
Okay, we'll do.
Without no parents? Apologize.
Okay, thank you.
Apologize. Thank you.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
What's your hesitation? Was it the same as mine?
That we didn't need to know about this.
It's the
social media of this is posting this. Seems like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
object is to teach your kids about the consequences of stealing, and getting caught is part of the consequences, and making amends is part of the consequences.
Yeah.
I don't know if the public shaming does these kids any good.
Their faces are on camera.
Yes.
It's not like it's just on their feet and we're just hearing the interaction. We see what they look like.
Yeah, we do.
You could make an argument that that's going to hold them accountable forever because now they know I'm in that video.
Yeah.
But there is a thing also where, and this is a tough thing for parents, you want to correct your kids, but you don't want to break their spirit. And you don't want to embarrass them or shame them to the point where it feels like you're being cruel.
Well, you're right.
You don't want to humiliate your kids,
right?
But they've done something that has shamed the family name.
Isn't disappointing and shaming your family and your parents enough? you need the public also to be, on your side as a dad. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when I see, they used to do this. I don't see this as much anymore. Maybe they just got smart and they don't post it anymore. But when you would see kids who have to wear those like sandwich board signs, have you ever seen those? Like a kid who, I stole something, or I got Fs in school or something.
Yeah.
It feels very much like that parent wants the attention more than they're trying to teach the lesson to the kid.
Exactly. I feel the exact same way.
That's my only criticism of this whole thing.
Your kid, the public humiliation ain't the answer for your kid. It's having your kid think about what they do. Not that kid's going to think about the public humiliation of this more so than he will about the wrong, of stealing. That is the lesson here. Don't be the kind of person who thinks the laws are for everybody else and not you.
It's really tough because I've seen this with my own kids, and I've had to moderate. Like, as you become a parent for longer and longer, you learn what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And different kids respond to different things. And I can see one of my kids, if I just give him a look and let him know that what he's doing is not good, instant correction of that behavior.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Don't
make me put this on YouTube. No parent should ever have to do that.
Yeah, that seems like it's crossing a line. But there's another one of my kids where I need to go and have a separate conversation with him in a different room because I don't want to. If I correct him in front of everybody, it feels like that is hurting him. So I feel like
it's more for you than him, right?
Yeah,
I don't
want to publicly shame him in such a way.
No,
but I also understand that maybe this dad felt like, these are extreme circumstances. His kids are walking into a business and
just
stealing.
Walking out with stuff. Yeah.
He might be scared to death. He doesn't know. Maybe they steal from the wrong store. Maybe that store
these days, you bet,
chases them or does something.
Right. And we've all been emboldened to become, our own security teams.
He wants to nip this in the bud. I mean, we have to because police just they can't respond to everything that's happening.
And shop owners are tired of it.
Yeah, they're getting fed up. So I think we're both on the same page.
Yeah,
I'm glad that he did it. It could have been done without the video.
Didn't need the video. I think the video might have been detrimental to even giving these kids, disappointing your parents ought to be enough, right?
It should be.
It should be.
I would hope.
I was thinking maybe I'm naive. Neither of my kids. I never had this with either of my two kids. I never had to never was aware. Maybe they did something I don't know about. I'm not that naive.
Yeah.
But neither one of them were thieves.
No
I didn't raise a thief.
That's good.
Neither one of them.
That's good. All right. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We're going to be right back.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83, or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
$83, or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
$83, or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts, or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Looking for even more Seahawks content? Then you gotta check out The Reset. Hey, it's G. Scott, and every week, me and my co-host and Seahawks great Brandon Meebane talk Seahawks. We break down the matchups, and we're joined by former Seahawks players.
From Lakewood to Lombardi, Seahawks champion, my main man, Jermaine Kearse.
What up, G? Watch The Reset live on YouTube or subscribe on the Seattle Sports app.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
Mitch here at Leathers, Washington's most exciting home furnishings resource. Leathers' tariff-free sale is going on now. Hundreds of pieces of gorgeous furniture will be sold at pre-tariff and below prices. Save hundreds to thousands of dollars. Over $1 million of inventory. In stock and ready for the holidays. 40 to 70% off on bedroom, living room, dining room, wood, fabric, and leather. These crazy tariffs are not going away, but these almost liquidation prices are. So hurry into Leathers' tariff-free sale in Issaquah now.
Sale ends Monday.
One day, the words on the page blur. You hold the menu a little farther away. It's subtle until it's not. At Near and Far Vision Partners, we help you see clearly, near, far, and in between. Expert surgeons, advanced technology, sharper focus for every moment. Schedule your complimentary consultation at nearandfarvision.com or call 425-900-2414. Near and Far Vision Partners in Bothell.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio.
This is Sully, and one thing I'm really thankful for is the hard-working members of the incident response team from WashDOT. They bust their butts every day to clear the roads, and they never get the respect that's due. Put some love on them. I'm thankful for you guys. Have the best of Thanksgiving with all our love from the KIRO Traffic Desk.
Happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Your new home is ready now. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new construction communities across Puget Sound and Central Washington, with more coming. Find your new home at drhorton.com. America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Time is running out to save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. Now through the end of the month, save big on home comfort systems, generators, water heaters, and more. Plus, take advantage of 12-month interest-free financing and get your home winter ready before the chilly season starts. Trust the team voted best in the Pacific Northwest to be your dedicated home comfort company. Call Bob's today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
All right, welcome back to the show. Before the break, we were just talking about a father who shamed his 2 teenage sons, made them march back into a CVS. We just played you audio, and he made them admit to stealing.
Right.
And he said, if these kids ever come in here again, just kick them out.
Right.
Even call the cops. It's tough parenting. It's tough love, but it's because he loves his kids that he's doing it.
And it's as old as time. Like I said, I was subjected to this 60 years ago almost.
Yeah. But you weren't filmed at the time. We both agreed that the filming of it made it cross into a different space. It made it feel like, all right, this is a little, you're exploiting these kids and you're posting it on.
Felt performative.
Felt a little performative.
Humiliation.
I think he was being authentic, that he doesn't want his kids to steal, and I think he's generally probably a good father.
And maybe that's a new world. Maybe the kids these days, it's not enough for your dad to be disappointed.
And you know what? That is a good point. For them, in their world, unless it happens online, maybe it doesn't count. And maybe he recognized that. Maybe this is the first video he's ever posted in life. And he said, I'm going to film this so that you guys never get to forget this.
If you don't care about what I think about your actions, let's see how your friends feel about your actions.
Okay. Yeah. So that's, all right, that's interesting. Still don't know about it. But we found out over the break, we finished the segment.
We're in the company of thieves, what we found out.
Laura says, hey, guys, something happened to me. Same thing.
That's what we found out. Come on.
What happened to you, Laura?
Much younger. I was like 7 or 8. And we were my family was at the Rite Aid on 35th, now gone. But,
Oh, so it's safe to say
that.
Product just kept walking out the door.
Retail theft just got to him. Yeah. My little sister threw a temper tantrum in the aisle because she wanted this little Beanie Baby doll. And my mom said, we can't afford it. And I truly thought I was a genius, that I was the first, I'd invented stealing. I was like, oh, wait, well, I have a fleece. And if no one's looking, I can just put it under my jacket and walk out of the store.
Oh, no.
And then we can afford it. And my sister gets her Beanie Baby doll.
Problem solved.
So I presented it.
Two
problems solved. I've always been a mediator.
Oh my gosh.
I proudly displayed the Beanie Baby to my mom. We got home. I was so nervous. We get away from the store. I was like, I'm going to get away with it. I get home and I just pulled it right out and said, look, like I fixed the problem. I got the doll for my sister.
And you were how old again?
7 probably. I thought I was a genius. This was the Louvre heist for me.
It's actually, your motivation is very sweet, that you were just trying to get your little sister.
That's the redeeming, and you really didn't know.
A little toy.
I think I knew somewhere that like stealing was wrong.
Well,
but I weighed the pros and cons. I hit it. Yeah, I wasn't just like, oh, I'll just carry it out of the store.
Right.
I remember being worried about the sensors going off, and then they didn't, and I was like, haha, got away with it.
You learned something. You saw a flaw in their system.
I don't think those sensors worked at all.
7-year-old little girls. So what was your mom's...
Yeah, they would never think to frisk me, right?
I would hope not. What was your mom's reaction?
She was furious. Yeah, so I had the exact same treatment that these teenagers did. I was marched back to the store. I had to present the Beanie Baby
that
over
day?
the counter the next day.
Okay.
Yep. This, like, I don't know, couldn't have been older than 17-year-old kid behind the photo counter, back when there were photo counters to develop film. And I was just sobbing. I was so terrified to confess my crime.
Oh.
And it really like left a mark on me. And he was like, oh, no, it's okay. Don't worry. And my mom like behind gave him the eyes and like that. And he goes, don't do it again.
Very serious. You're not allowed to steal from us in the future.
Torpedoed your mom's whole thing.
It made an impression. And I was also grounded. So
was your sister?
As much as you can ground a 7-year-old.
Your sister's upset again because she had to get rid of her.
Yeah, my sister actually did cry about it too.
Oh.
But see, it's a good lesson, and you held on to that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And you never forgot. Did you ever steal anything ever again?
Now I'm a law-abiding citizen. I accidentally stole a bin once at Target during college because I put it inside another bin and then truly forgot about it during checkout.
Right.
Did I take it back? No. But
so once you found out, you kept it.
Yeah.
Thief.
It's a college student.
Thief.
That was like $7.99 back in my pocket.
Well,
but it was an honest mistake.
Kind of forgivable. Yeah, until you knew about it, and then you kept it.
And then it was a dishonest mistake.
Wrote it out. Well, now if I go back, the damage is done.
I was
going to say, so Jake.
When I was like 5 or 6 years old, maybe around there, maybe around 7 or 8, I don't know. Right? It's sometime around that age. I had done some gardening work for a neighbor. Okay. I used to go around and offer my weed eating services.
Yeah, that's what kids could do.
So I would weed, and I got paid. My neighbor paid me $5 because I did it for like I probably a couple hours back then.
Yeah,
but
it's good money back then.
In reality, it was probably like 10 minutes of actual work, and he's like, just took pity on me. So he gives me $5, and I knew that at the local gas station, at the local Texaco down the street, and this is in the shadow of the skate deck in Everett, old-fashioned Texaco where they had like the little candy trays, and you could go in there and they had a bin of Tootsie Rolls that were a penny a piece. And I went in there and I wanted $1's worth, so I could buy 100. So I counted out 100 of them. And when I got home, I counted them out again, and I took 101.
Lock him up.
Lock him up. And like you, Laura, I felt awful about it. And I gave it to my dad. I said, Dad, what do I do about this? And he said, well, you're probably okay.
He said, let me get rid of the evidence.
Yeah. Popped it in his mouth. You're right. Oh, God. So that is the time that I stole. And to this day, I can't eat Tootsie Rolls without thinking about being a little thief when I was a kid.
It's ruined them forever for you.
It is crazy how that stuff really sticks with you.
It really does.
Those like huge pivotal moments of like deep shame as a kid.
Beanie Babies and Tootsie Rolls.
Even just like saying it out loud, I'm like, I shouldn't feel that bad about it. Or should I?
I stole a yo-yo. So the old man made me take it back. I'm out there playing with you. Where'd you get that?
I stole it.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around.
At Care Partners Senior Living, we believe in providing quality care at an affordable price. Instead of spending on luxury and expensive art, we invest in our people and accommodations with a focus on compassionate overall health. Our communities offer independent, assisted living, and memory care designed to preserve dignity, independence, and your estate. Affordable, personal, trusted. That's our promise. Please give us a call. We have beautiful Care Partners communities throughout Washington and Arizona. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Trees that twinkle, Santa smiles, and the stuff of holiday dreams. Join Mary Bridge Children's Festival of Trees this weekend only at University of Puget Sound's Tennis Pavilion for joy, wonder, and a chance to support your local children's hospital. Visit festivalofTreesTacoma.org.
Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for children in foster care and youth statewide. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
The holidays are here and we all want to celebrate in style, but sometimes stubborn fat and loose skin keeps us from looking and feeling our best. Stacey Rost here. Imagine a simple one-day solution. Introducing ProSculpt, the treatment everyone is talking about. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe, gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while you're fully awake. ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas, your waistline, face, neck, arms, and thighs. Avoid wasting time and money on gimmicky lasers or fat-freezing methods. ProSculpt is one and done. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat, tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. Celebrate the holidays and get yourself a gift with a free consultation and get $250 off. Schedule at ProSculpt.com for powerful, permanent fat removal and skin tightening. It's ProSculpt.com.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Retirement can feel uncertain. Women live longer and often manage finances alone. Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop is a free Zoom event to help you build income, protect savings, and time Social Security and Medicare. December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired. Learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot. Call 833-673-7373.
Hurry, time's running out. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in-store.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Heather Bosch. The Afghan national accused of shooting 2 National Guard members this week had worked with the CIA. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
The 03 unit that he was a part of, it's an Afghan intelligence unit and paramilitary force that worked with the CIA, and those units are often labeled by human rights groups as death squads.
Today, the suspect was charged with murder. 20-year-old specialist Sarah Beckstrom has died. 24-year-old Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf remains in critical condition. The death toll in Hong Kong is now 128 after a fire at a high-rise apartment complex. CBS's Kamal Afzali.
The disaster unfolded as a major renovation was ongoing. That renovation is now investigated by Hong Kong's anti-corruption agency. Police have said substandard netting as well as plastic sheets may have fueled the rapid spread of the fire.
In the U.S., a surge in Bible sales.
A new Gallup survey finds only 49% of Americans say religion is important to their lives. Still, the book sales tracking firm Circana says more than 18 million Bibles have been sold so far this year, an 11% increase over last year.
The Bible is having a moment.
Bible YouTuber Tim Wildsmith.
I think there's some unsteadiness in the world. When things are a little uncertain and they're looking for peace, they often turn to God. They turn to the Bible.
Bible sales surged in the weeks after the assassination of conservative Christian activist Charlie Kirk. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Black Friday shopping's underway. CBS's Elaine Quijano is at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey.
This year, doorbuster deals were back for some retailers. Also, we saw stores like Kohl's and JCPenney actually open up their doors at 5 a.m. Other retailers like Target decided to offer some welcome gifts and prizes to get those in-store shoppers through their doors. We'll see when the data come back just how successful a season, a Black Friday weekend really for all of these retailers.
Holiday spending could top $1 trillion for the first time ever over this 5-day weekend. Doctors are warning about an uptick in viral infections. So CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder says, don't write off that sniffle.
Do not assume it's allergies. It probably is a viral infection, but you can't distinguish which just based on your symptoms.
She says you might need to visit your doctor. Dozens of people and roosters are in custody after a cockfighting ring bust in Johnson County, Texas on Thanksgiving. Deputies arrested 25 people and rescued 74 roosters. The birds were taken to a wildlife rehabilitation center. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Ferndale families furious. More on this fluid situation coming up. But first, over to the KIRO News Radio traffic desk with Lori.
Northbound I-5 at Michigan, we still have a collision. It looks like it's on the right lane. I'm seeing a big X there at the on the freeway sign. Southbound I-5 at the West Seattle Bridge, we have a stall. That one's over in the right lane. Now, Edmonds to Kingston Ferry is a 2-hour wait. Seattle to Bremerton canceled the 1:30 sailing because of crew issues. So now they're saying they've got a 1-hour delay or wait in the parking lot. Seattle to Everett is now a 30-minute drive. If you're heading from Tacoma to Seattle, 40 minutes. That's about a 2-minute delay. Now, Bellevue to Everett is a 35-minute drive, and it's upgraded from a 2-minute delay to a 7-minute delay after that collision cleared at 527. Now, the mountain passes, no restrictions right now on I-90, but Stevens Pass traction tires are advised. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Police in Federal Way say a man is dead after a shooting Wednesday night. It happened near the 1900 block of South 320th Street just after 10 o'clock. Officers say they chased a car and detained 2 suspects. One was let go, but the other is now in the King County Jail. Police say that person is under investigation for second-degree murder. According to the Seattle Times, the victim was a 26-year-old man from Falls City. Detectives are still working the case. Families in Ferndale say they're furious with the city as they drown in water bills. KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss spoke with residents.
Well, the water tastes like crap. You can't drink it. It's horrific.
Doesn't taste very good. And it also ruins your appliances.
Renee Miller says her family's had to pay around $40,000 to replace appliances damaged by corrosion from the water. Customers like Crow say they're paying more even as they're using less water. She and others say they feel ignored and taken advantage of. Well, customers are demanding more transparency from the city. We're told there's even talk of a potential lawsuit.
Washington State ferries are sailing into the holiday weekend with 10% more daily departures than in past years. KIRO 7's Monique Minglavin reports Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day saw the heaviest westbound traffic towards the islands.
Saturday and Sunday, eastbound ferry traffic will be heaviest. Now, if you're taking a ferry, check the WashDOT app and consider taking an early morning or a late night sailing. Those won't be quite as busy.
And while you're out doing holiday shopping, look for the Light the World giving machines at Alderwood and South Hill malls. Instead of snacks, they dispense donations to local nonprofits like YWCA Pierce County. This is CEO Abby McLean.
When you are able to give no matter what amount, whether it's $5, $20, $100, that is going to have a massive impact on families that are making a really hard and courageous step to get safe.
For a list of the organizations involved, go to mynorthwest.com. By the way, the machines are sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And now your weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exterior. Sunny all day here in Seattle. We'll top out at 51. Clouds gradually moving in this evening, and we'll have mostly cloudy skies by Saturday, ahead with tomorrow's high near 50. Overnight lows into the mid-30s. It's 48 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, 1 hour to go. I am very excited, Spike. It's going to be a great segment. We are very fortunate right now to welcome Redmond Police Chief Darrell Lowe live to the show. Chief Lowe, thank you so much for making the time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
So I was reading this article. This was on mynorthwest.com. I think a bunch of other local news outlets as well were reporting on this. But you guys in Redmond have implemented some very futuristic crime-solving techniques. And you're like every other industry, you guys are incorporating AI into how you guys are actually going to be solving crimes. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, so recently the Redmond Police Department partnered with a company called Long Eye. Well, what Long Eye is, it's a AI tool that allows investigators to upload police reports, video, audio, basically any digital evidence that pertains to a particular case. The AI tool then catalogs that information, and I'll call it prioritizes it. So it just goes through the information, and then it gives them like a table of contents or a priority. And then based upon the query that the investigator puts in, it'll say, based upon the police report, based upon this audio, link or conversation, here's what it believes matches what that question or what that query was. And I would say the important thing is this is not going out to the internet. It's not pulling something from a large learning model. It only ingests the information that the investigator already has. So it enhances the investigator's ability, like I said, to prioritize or categorize information that they already have on their case.
We're talking with Redmond Police Chief Darrell Lowe. How much time is this? You've already started using this technology, is that right?
Correct. We've been using it for about 2 months now.
Have you noticed a pretty dramatic increase in the amount of cases or the evidence that you guys were able to go through with probably
the
far fewer
efficiency.
people? Yeah, it's like way more efficient. Have you guys already noticed that?
So what we noticed when we did our validation of this tool prior to implementing it, we took about 60 hours worth of phone calls and ran it through the tool. And it was able to process those 60 hours of essentially were jail phone calls in a matter of minutes. From that particular analysis, it was able to provide the detective or confirm for the detective information that was contained within those jail phone calls. So that was one of the test cases that we did that caused us to believe that this tool would have value for us in our investigative efforts.
This takes would have been a detective a week and a half.
60 hours.
Listening to, having to sit through and listen to hour after hour after hour. Plus, it gives you all the information. It's flawless. What a gift.
Definitely. And that 60 hours would not be 60 continuous hours. Typically in an investigation, an investigator has multiple cases that they're working, and they may devote, an hour or two, each day or every couple of days on a particular case. Wow. So that 60 hours could have taken, a month, 2 months maybe to get through, because again, they don't, just sit there, for that 60 hours on that one case.
It's really interesting because you guys are at we're AI is as bad as it's ever going to be. It's
infancy.
It just keeps getting better and better. And so there are all these amazing applications like what you're talking about right now. If it speeds through the process of, solving some of these cases, that's fantastic. Are there any drawbacks? Like I was reading the story earlier, totally unrelated story, obviously, but a local, not local here, but there was a school district that was using AI technology as a way to help scan through like kids' backpacks and stuff on their way into school. Did you see the story? And it identified a bag of Doritos as a possible weapon. So the kid was pulled out, was put in cuffs, and obviously they got to the bottom of it. And I think it was like spicy Doritos or something.
Well, it's a weapon against the war on diabetes.
Yes.
Bad diets, yeah.
It would have, they probably saved a few minutes of that kid's life by identifying the bag and getting it out of his system. But that's obviously AI not working great. Are you guys able to protect against AI, having any mistakes as it helps you guys move some of these cases?
Absolutely. I think that's a prime example of AI is a tool. It does not replace the human. And in many of the cases where we see what I will call sloppy police work, it's because the human or the individual has not verified or validated that hit or that thing from AI generated image. A bag of potato chips, as I understand it from that particular case, there were safeguards in place, but they weren't adhered to. Mm-hmm. For us, for any technology that gets implemented, by my department, we have a data use policy. We have policies and procedures in place prior to implementing those things. And the critical thing for me is you cannot take the human out of the loop. This here is an efficiency tool for investigators. It does not replace the investigator both verifying and validating whatever that clue or that information that AI says, is right. So that to me is what is critical and key to any type of AI implementation, especially in public safety, but just across the workplace in general.
This doesn't give you a suspect, doesn't come to conclusions or deductions. It just organizes information at a very efficient rate and gives your staff, takes the legwork or the desk work or the hours and hours of listening to audio tapes. It just does that for them quickly. Then they can use their professional skills to do the detective work, to do the deductions?
Absolutely. I would say, to put it in non-AI simple terms, if individuals are familiar with Microsoft Word, which most people are, it's no different than a keyword search. When you put in find and you put in a word, it goes through that Word document and it highlights everywhere in that document that word or that search query is. This is that, but a bit more sophisticated in that, with quantum computing and the processing capabilities, it can just ingest a lot more information and, come to that deduction a lot faster.
We've heard that, with the problem with AI is that it just takes all the information out there, garbage in, garbage out. Now, you mentioned earlier that there is no outside information being put into the way your department uses AI. How do you safeguard against that? How do you safeguard against bad information getting slid in or sneaking its way in?
So the vetting process prior to us utilizing this tool, we ensured that it was what is basically CJIS, or Criminal Justice Information System compliant, that the algorithm itself, again, does not take in anything from the internet. It's a closed system. So we have control over what we input into the system. We have assurances both from the company and from our own city IT department prior to implementation that it is, in fact, a closed loop or a closed system, that it is not going out to the internet to gather anything, and it will only provide a response to what you put in. But what I think is the other critical safeguard in it is that it indexes back to its original source. So it's not going to say, okay, here was a statement that was made, and it was made, by Jake today, because if I didn't put in, Jake's statement or Jake's voice, there's no way it could come back with that information.
So it's like evidence. It's stuff that could be admissible in court. That's what's put into your system to help the AI assist your department.
1,000%. So the only thing that Long Eye evaluates or ingests are the reports, audio files, video files, et cetera, that the investigator already has as part of that case file. So yes, it is absolutely 100% admissible in court.
Let me ask you one more question, because it seems like in Redmond, and we're talking with Redmond Police Chief Darrell Lowe right now. Can you tell me a little bit about, department-wise, this is something you guys are really trying to be advanced in, how you adopt technology and fight crime. Like, you guys also have that drone first responder program. Is that right?
Yes, we are the only full-time drone as a first responder program in the state of Washington.
And that literally is, if you get a 911 call that comes into you guys, a drone can be sent out ahead of time and can get there much faster at times than a responding officer. Can be on the scene, monitoring the scene. You might have somebody who's even at the, like maybe there's a suspect. That drone can safely follow that suspect. Has that been pretty successful for you guys?
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I get really excited, about the program and about the success of the program. So my drone can get anywhere in the city within 90 seconds or less.
Wow.
All of my pilots are commissioned police officers. So within 90 seconds, you have a commissioned police officer having eyes on a circumstance from about 250 feet in the sky.
How is it you're the only department that has this? This sounds like a wow.
Why isn't everybody doing this?
So in all fairness, there are two other departments that are in the process of starting up their program. Both the Everett Police Department and the Pasco Police Department have got approval through their council, et cetera, but they're still in the process of acquiring equipment and validating and that type of thing.
Yeah,
so
but they weren't first. They weren't Redmond. That was you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And so it's been a game changer. And the other part that's been very successful for us, and about 17% of the calls, we're able to cancel a ground unit. So that frees up an officer in a car to respond to other calls for service. Right. So, again, for me, I have commissioned police officers as my pilot. So you have a police officer with eyes on within 90 seconds or less. And where we've seen great success is we know that organized retail theft has been a significant issue here in the region and around the country. We're able to get there fast enough to where when the individual is walking out of the store with either a shopping cart full of stolen goods or an armful of stolen goods, we have their face on camera recorded for the prosecutor. And that makes it very difficult not to proceed with criminal charges when you have them walking out, like I said, with an armful or a basket full of goods.
That's amazing, and what a huge benefit for businesses in your area too, in Redmond, because we get stories all the time. Like we broadcast out of the Seattle area, and one of the big complaints from local retailers is if they were to call 911, the response might be way too long, so the person's already gone, and then what do you do with that information? They're just not even calling because it's like low. It's the theft might be below the threshold that police would even want to respond to it. But get a camera on them. This makes total sense. I think every city in the region should be adopting this as fast as possible. I think it's fantastic you guys are doing this. So keeping everybody safe in Redmond. Nice job.
Thank you.
Well, all right. That's Redmond Police Chief Darryl Lowe. It sounds like you guys are adopting technology at a pretty great rate. Has this, even before you got into law enforcement, have you always been like a tech guy? Have you always been interested in this?
Probably a little less so, but throughout my law enforcement career, I was fortunate to come from a department in California that was very tech forward as well. And so I had that experience as a young officer, and now having the opportunity to lead a department, I'm able to, implement that with the support of, my mayor and council, of course, which is critically important, as we look to, keep the Redmond community safe and implement, technology that does that.
I know we see stories all across the state and across the country about how there's just a need for law enforcement officers, more people on staff. Every department is looking for people. This actually enhances your personnel's ability to do the real work that they're needed to do.
Hire a drone, for crying out loud.
Drones
folks.
And the AI research, back-end research for these guys is really, it helps you take what limited resources you have and make the most of them. So great job, Chief.
Thank you. And it is. It's about enhancing, my staff's capability. Technology will never replace humans. Technology will never replace the need for police officers. But if I can do things that make my staff's job easier and make them more efficient, that is, what I take as my call and my charge. And then that frees them up to be available, to the community, for other things.
Fantastic. All right. That's Redmond Police Chief Darryl Lowe. Thank you so much for coming on and making the time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Our pleasure, Chief. Thanks. Nice job. Keep up the great work.
If you were living in any other city, I mean, Redmond's a nice place. Obviously, it's already a nice place. But if you were living in a place like Everett, I'm very pleased to hear that Everett is trying to get this program going.
That's good. I was going to ask.
Drone program.
Who else? You said two other communities are working to get it up and running.
Redmond Everett and also Pasco. I don't understand why every city wouldn't be adopting this, because we've been telling stories like Seattle police. They've been struggling to. What did Aaron have a news story? They netted one new cop in Seattle. One new cop after all of that hiring of blitz and the $50,000 recruit
training
bonus.
Facility. Yeah.
One new cop in the city of Seattle, like the greatest city in Washington State. I mean, at least with size and money. I mean, who knows if it's the greatest city, but it's a big city.
Yeah.
They should have more cops. But get some drones out there. I think that's fantastic.
And for the business owners who say cops can't get on site fast enough for you, it's not the cops can't respond to these calls because they're just understaffed.
Yeah.
I've noticed not a lot of Fred Meyers talking about leaving Redmond.
Yeah, you're right.
Not a lot of businesses closing up their doors and moving on for greener pastures.
You're totally right. And we're comfortable with. I mean, it's not like
we're not shooting death rays from the drone.
The argument might be like, oh, it's a surveillance state, and everybody doesn't want to be on camera all the time. If somebody's responding to a 911 call, a police officer is going to go out and do that. There's going to be cop cameras on the car. There's going to be body cams. That's all going to be on footage anyway.
Right.
That's going to be available to the public when they finally do get there. But getting there faster.
You're talking about everybody's talking about every cop should have a body cam on, right? That's become kind of the tide has turned on that mentality.
I love body cams. They're great for everybody. They're great for cops. They're great for the criminals.
I'd like to have a body cam there in 90 seconds. That can record everything that happens. The minute they get the call, and anywhere in the city within 90 seconds.
It's just so smart too, because you're not putting the cop in risk, in danger either. You're not going to, the main argument is like, oh, well, a cop escalates the situation, yada, 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 which, I don't actually believe that that's true. I think they do way more good than bad. But you put a drone over that person.
Right.
And now they may not even know that they're being filmed, and they just casually go and they get in their car and they do their thing and they go away.
They figure they cleared the parking lot with that shopping cart full of stolen goods. They're good to go. Meanwhile, drones tracking every step they take.
They see the car that they get into. They note the license plate. Everything is admissible in court. They can use that as a prosecutor. The prosecutor can use that. It's so smart.
Yeah.
It's also like an evidence of like how amazing technology can be when it's used for the right purposes.
Yeah, here.
I
love every bit of this story.
You don't want the Doritos bag to be sending the kid in the handcuffs. But that was resolved. That was fine.
Well, yeah, but how do you put a kid in cuffs? How does it? Because we talked about
think
that
they got a weapon in the bag. Doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, but the first thing you do is put a kid in cuffs and then open the backpack to see if it's Doritos. You know, that can of Pringles looks a lot like a projectile device. It's a can of Pringles.
Is this an RPG? No,
Right?
it's
just a salty goodness.
Delicious. I couldn't think of a Pringles. Salt and what did you say? Salt,
just salty
and vinegar. Salt and vinegar. That's a chip, right?
Goodness.
Salt and vinegar's a chip.
Sidebar. Do you stack Pringles to make flavor combinations? Have you seen that trend?
No.
Oh, you take like a salt and vinegar and you stack it with a pizza, or you stack it with this, that, and you make these little flavor combos.
That's a genius
For
idea.
the people who order off the secret menu at McDonald's, where you order a surf and turf, where they slap a fillet of fish on top of a cheeseburger. All of a sudden, you got a McDonald's surf and turf. There's this like secret menu.
Why doesn't Pringles make a surprise can? This is just, we're off top of our
that
head.
you don't know what
they
you
should
get.
make a mystery can that has all the different flavors. Like you could have 15 barbecue. You could have 15 Cool Ranch.
Remember the stack or the roll Lifesavers that were all the different flavors? Boom.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Lifesavers with a variety pack?
Well, no, I know Lifesavers are different flavors.
Let's put the Pringles.
I thought you were saying they were a mystery.
Where has it already worked before? Think about marketing. Where has it already worked
Skittles.
before?
We all get it with Skittles,
There you
although
go.
they taste the same, don't they?
No, they're different. The different colors taste different.
Do they?
I do. I was Seahawks
I
season.
do. He knows.
I know. Seahawks season ticket holder in the mid-teens. I know
that's
exactly how every Skittle tastes and how far it throws.
Every single Skittle.
I know how far you can throw them.
All right. We got a lot more coming up. We get back. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Headed down the home stretch of the regular season.
The Seahawks defense does its job.
The Seahawks are back home in front of the 12s.
12s are on their feet.
It's real, and that's because of the environment that they create, and they're hungry for a great team.
And looking to show why they are one of this season's dominant teams in the NFL.
We always just put the mission over anything else, no matter what it is, man. We try to get that W.
Seahawks, Vikings, Sunday kickoff at 1:05, pregame at 10.
Where the 12s are the Hawks. KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
Mid-Shear at Leathers, Washington's most exciting home furnishings resource. Leathers' tariff-free sale is going on now. Hundreds of pieces of gorgeous furniture will be sold at pre-tariff and below prices. Save hundreds to thousands of dollars. Over $1 million of inventory. In stock and ready for the holidays. 40 to 70% off on bedroom, living room, dining room, wood, fabric, and leather. These crazy tariffs are not going away, but these almost liquidation prices are. So hurry into Leathers' tariff-free sale in Issaquah now.
Sale ends Monday.
Time is running out to save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. Now through the end of the month, save big on home comfort systems, generators, water heaters, and more. Plus, take advantage of 12-month interest-free financing and get your home winter ready before the chilly season starts. Trust the team voted best in the Pacific Northwest to be your dedicated home comfort company. Call Bob's today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Endless hours of research, seeking referrals, dozens of calls. Hiring the right attorney can be a challenging process during an already difficult time. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains.
In Washington State, Tom, there are thousands of attorneys to choose from. Referrals and online research can be helpful, but discovering the right attorney requires a conversation. It can be hard to identify integrity and authenticity without that interaction.
So, what do you recommend?
We encourage anyone looking for personal injury representation to call for a free consultation with our team before making a decision simply based on referrals or online research. Accident victims need an attorney that listens, demonstrates honesty, and is genuinely understanding of their unique circumstances. The care, attention, and preparation that our firm provides throughout the case mirrors the effort involved when taking on the insurance companies.
Save time and avoid mistakes after an injury. Contact the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Hurry, time's running out. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in-store.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. The Trump administration now says the death penalty is on the table for the Bellingham man accused of attacking 2 National Guard members.
I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price.
One of the soldiers in Wednesday's ambush has died. The other is said to be fighting for his life. Authorities say the suspect, Ramanullah Lakhanwal, is an Afghan national who immigrated to the U.S. and settled in Bellingham in 2021. CBS's Stacey Lynn reports the president is responding by intensifying his crackdown on immigration.
The president says he will permanently pause migration to the U.S. from all third world countries. In a post on Truth Social, he said the decision would allow the U.S. system to fully recover. He said the shooting undermined a major national security threat. And without going into specific details of his plan, he promised to remove any foreigner from, quote, any country who does not belong here. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
Now to the closing bell report. With the Thanksgiving feast now behind us, it is on to the post-holiday tradition.
We love shopping.
Black Friday shopping. CBS's Elaine Quijano reports this year holiday spending could top $1 trillion for the first time ever this long weekend.
This year, doorbuster deals were back for some retailers. Also, we saw stores like Kohl's and JCPenney actually open up their doors at 5 a.m. Other retailers like Target decided to offer some welcome gifts and prizes to get those in-store shoppers through their doors. We'll see when the data come back just how successful a season, a Black Friday weekend really it was for all of these retailers.
Well, investors were certainly buying up stocks on this last day of trading in November. The Dow gained 289, NASDAQ ahead 151, S&P 500 gained 36 points. Turning now to the real-time traffic desk at 1:33, we say hello to Lori.
Hello there, northbound. Well, actually, southbound I-5 at the West Seattle Bridge. Looks like we still have a distraction, a stall over on the right shoulder, causing just a little bit of a delay as you head past the scene. Now, Edmonds to Kingston Ferry is a 2-hour wait. Seattle to Bremerton just canceled that most recent 1:30 sailing because of crew issues. Now they're saying it's about a 1-hour wait for that boat. Seattle to Everett, 29 minutes. If you're heading from Tacoma to Seattle, that's about a 2-minute delay at 40 minutes. Bellevue to Everett is 34 minutes, which is really great after an earlier accident. 527 has cleared, and that's getting a little faster for you. Bellevue to Federal Way, 27 minutes. Your mountain passes, I was taking a look because Stevens has had traction tires advised most of the morning, but now no restrictions on Stevens or I-90. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Thank you, Lori. Your forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are drying out today with some sunshine. Just a couple of light showers tomorrow late in the day, then mostly dry on Sunday. Right now, 52 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
A lot of stuff to talk about here. Did you see this article about WSU raising their prices?
Saw that.
Okay.
Because of decreased enrollment, they feel...
Decreased enrollment, they got to make up the difference.
Short. Yeah.
And so they're raising their prices. How are we feeling about college tuition prices? You feeling good about it, Spike? As a dad who's paying college tuition prices right now?
I don't feel good about it, bud. I don't feel good at all about it.
What's your feeling on it? Why do you think it's so expensive?
Because the money was free and guaranteed.
Boom.
I mean, as a dad paying college tuition,
you nailed it.
When the federal government got into the student loan business, and the schools found out that they could charge whatever they want to because they were giving loans to everybody to study anything, and that money would be guaranteed. The one loan you can't lose in bankruptcy is a federal student loan.
It is possible. Technically, it's possible, but it's a very tedious and difficult process. You basically have to prove that you are living in poverty to get some sorts of forgiveness or debt or bankruptcy on your federal student loan debt. But it's nearly impossible to do, which is why it's kind of agreed upon that you really can't declare bankruptcy on your student loans. But Spike, I got to say, it heartens me. Watching you on certain things, not everything, but on certain things, watching you become more conservative just wraps me like a warm hug. It makes me feel good.
I wouldn't say that's a conservative point of view, to realize that schools are overpriced because the government's doling out money. I can see the conservative values that portrays.
I would bet if you ask the average person on different ends of the political spectrum, are colleges worth the money and should they be cheaper? Most people would probably say, like, well, yeah, colleges are doing something valuable and you got to pay for a good education.
They're worth some money. I'll say that. I'll jump into that boat with you. They're worth some money.
They are not worth nearly what people are paying out. What you just described is actually called the Bennett hypothesis, which is a guy who used to be a Secretary of Education. His name is William J. Bennett. He proposed that because, just exactly like you said, Spike, when government went into it and said, we're going to guarantee that everybody can get a loan, colleges went, oh, well, then we don't have to worry about making our schools affordable anymore. We can raise the prices to almost anything we want because the money is cheap and easy to get.
And guaranteed.
And it's guaranteed.
Right.
And the government's going to guarantee it. And you're going to get your Fannie Mae or your Freddie Mac student loan, whatever your thing you're going to get. You're going to co-sign with your parents. And you're going to take out $50,000 a year to come study with us. And you're going to leave with a basket weaving or whatever your degree is.
Art history, whatever.
Could be whatever. Could be something.
Sure.
It doesn't matter what the job is that you're leaving to, because you can obviously, colleges, they can't force you into a certain career, but they can offer you classes based on what you want to study, and they can charge you a very hefty tuition for that. Now, your odds of being able to make money in the thing that you study, who knows? That's really more up to you. You have to choose wisely.
You do.
And I heard this. There's this podcast called the All In Podcast. This guy named Bill Ackman, who's made a lot of money. He had an interesting idea about how to bring down the cost of college education. And I'm going to play you a little bit of this clip. They talk a little bit about his idea. And as a parent who's actually paying tuition right now, do you think that colleges, if they were forced to do this, would they be a little bit more careful in how they raise prices and also the breadth of degrees that they offer students.
Okay, the wide variety of curriculum.
The wide variety of things that people legitimately, you and I understand,
right,
as people who've been out of college for many years now. There are some things that you can study that and it's useful in your next phase of life.
Okay.
There are other things that you could spend a lot of time and money on that may not be useful in your next phase of life. But here's Bill Ackman's idea, and then we'll talk about it.
What are some ideas around student debt? And Bill Ackman had a great idea, which was we need to put the university on the hook as the first loss.
Yes.
And his suggestion was 20,000 was what he said. I don't know if that's the right number or not. But the logic that he made, which I thought made a lot of sense, was if the universities are forced to underwrite these degrees and they know that they'll take the first dollar loss up to a certain amount, 20, 30, 40,000, they'll be much more circumspect about what degrees they force onto people and the amount of money that they're willing to actually underwrite via these loans. And that will be a telltale sign that a lot of these degrees don't make any sense.
What do you think about that? You're kind of wincing at that a little bit.
Here's the thing. Then you're making the university accountable for the students' effort, ability to learn the information. People can take courses, and just because they fail them doesn't mean the university didn't expend the resources to try to teach them, right? If you're saying that a university is going to be on the hook if a student, can't get the information and then can't go into the workforce or is unwilling to go into the workforce and find a career in that field, then that's the university's fault. It's a little bit of an issue.
If the student finds himself in a position after studying at a college, like so right now, the average cost of tuition on, let's see here, the average cost of tuition at private schools in the U.S., this actually number seems lower than I thought. I guess this is the average. $38,000 is what it costs for a private institution. I mean, just the local private schools here, that would be quite a deal.
Is that an annual number?
That's an annual number.
Okay.
Yeah. For public education, the annual cost is, on average, is $9,374.
Okay.
If the school was on the hook, let's say somebody graduates, let's say they go to this $40,000 a year school, and they do 4 years of that. Now they're $160,000 in debt, if I've done my math correctly.
Yeah.
At the end of that, they start defaulting on those loans. The school bears no responsibility for that right now.
No.
Now they may have offered them 4 years of. You think I'm joking, but like this basket weaving thing.
No, I hear you.
There are comparable degrees like that where you just hear somebody studying that. You go like, but how does that apply to life? Like, what are you going to do?
Sanskrit. What are you going to do with that?
Well, if the university had a little more stake in the game, would they might still offer the classes, but maybe they would say, hey, you know what? We're going to make some degrees more expensive, or we're going to lower our tuition in general because we don't want to scare away students. We want more students to come here. Just like WSU is in a situation now where they have lower enrollment, so they're raising their costs. If they had to bear some of that burden on the back end,
they'd be more responsible with who they lend money to.
They'd be a little bit more responsible about how they lend that money.
Yeah, it's
because you're not doing these students any favors.
No, saddling them with debt.
You do not understand, as an 18-year-old signing up for $160,000 in debt when you're 22 years old, if everything works out, and oftentimes it turns into 5 years, so that number might be higher. That's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And that takes a long time to pay down.
Some people never get there. I'm for looking at restructuring the way colleges are allowed to charge and what they're allowed to offer.
Sure. But we also live in a free country, like you're saying.
But I'm more in line with restructuring student debt. I think that's the solution out of this. I think students who pay responsibly toward student loans, I understand that the interest rates are astronomical because it's such a risk, because there's such a default factor and there's so many people. But once you pay a certain amount of time, you should be able to refinance that at a reasonable, fair rate and get out from under student debt.
I would rather they just didn't cost so much to begin with.
Don't take the money going in.
Let's just not make them cost so much.
Yeah. As you've got 4 of them coming, we got to fix this quick.
I'm trying to get them all into trade school. We had those trade people on last week.
They were fabulous. I
want my kids to be electricians. They're just going to be rolling in cash. They will. They'll be rolling in dough. They're all going to have houses by the time they're 27.
Yep, and they'll take care of their parents, and they're all golden years.
That's
right.
And hook up my electricity if it goes out. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio.
This is Sully, and one thing I'm really thankful for is the hard-working members of the incident response team from WashDOT. They bust their butts every day to clear the roads, and they never get the respect that's due. Put some love on them. I'm thankful for you guys. Have the best of Thanksgiving with all our love from the KIRO Traffic Desk.
Happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Bonneville International radio station contests are open to participants 18 years of age or older that are residents of Washington State unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win unless the station otherwise specifies at its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 60 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available on mynorthwest.com or in person at the station during regular business hours.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Retirement can feel uncertain. Women live longer and often manage finances alone. Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop is a free Zoom event to help you build income, protect savings, and time Social Security and Medicare. December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired. Learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot. Call 833-673-7373.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful that I get to do this show with you every day, Manda, and I'm also thankful that we have such great listeners to KIRO News Radio.
Me too. I am thankful for a number of things. One, our time together this year. It's been a thrill to come over here. I am thankful for the entire team on Seattle's Morning News. It's just a great place to be, and it's been a wonderful year.
Happy Thanksgiving from all of us
at Seattle's Morning News.
Hey, it's John Curley with Dr. Kopstein from K2 Vision RLE. Doc, I heard that 50% of Americans have their lenses replaced by the time they're 75.
That's exactly right, John. As we near 50, our eye's natural lens starts to become dysfunctional. If you've now added readers to your need for glasses and contacts, it's a sign the quality and function of your natural lens is fading, and it's a steady decline towards cataracts.
Don't go another 20 plus years with poor vision, hassling with contacts and readers. Do what I did. Choose a quick, painless refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE and start enjoying great vision now.
Our new lens technology is truly amazing. After replacing over 100,000 lenses, we have the experience to guide each patient to their best solution, even if that's recommending you wait a little while before RLE.
K2 Vision RLE can restore distance and near vision permanently, plus never develop a cataract. Read the reviews and schedule a free Zoom consultation now at k2visionrle.com.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
One day, the words on the page blur. You hold the menu a little farther away. It's subtle until it's not. At Near and Far Vision Partners, we help you see clearly, near, far, and in between. Expert surgeons, advanced technology, sharper focus for every moment. Schedule your complimentary consultation at nearandfarvision.com or call 425-900-2414. Near and Far Vision Partners in Bothell.
Cars for Kids reminds you time is running out to donate your car for 2025. Call 877-CARS4KIDS now to secure your 2025 tax deduction and vacation voucher. That's Cars with a K. The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the 3rd annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
All right, welcome back to the show. Spike, we got a ton of text, a flurry of text messages saying this is funny and all, but please let Spike know that his Twisted Tunes are way, way, way better.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
It is sweet. And they're right. Yours are better. They have more heart to them. AI is kind of soulless. I mean, by its very nature, it doesn't have a soul. So the people,
yeah, that's true. And you have the human element in advertising, right? Because it's got to appeal to people. That's the beauty of advertising or any kind of entertainment.
It's a person connecting with a person,
right?
And how can a computer connect with a person?
Well,
right?
Yeah, but I'm with you. But isn't AI supposed to be like the collection of all of our previous experiences just gathered together?
Yeah.
Right? What makes the most? You said this Coca-Cola commercial.
Well, there's
AI?
a Coca-Cola ad. It's all AI.
Okay.
And so we can play it here for you in just a minute. But it was done with AI, and they say about the ad, they say the company wants to keep moving forward and pushing the envelope. And that's why they made it with AI. They want to just keep seeing what they can create. It wasn't
just to save 98% of their ad budget by firing a whole department of people, creative thinkers, and talented artists.
What's your favorite Coca-Cola Christmas ad of all time? I know what mine is. Laura, you're looking at me.
I know what mine is.
What's yours?
Shake it up the happiness. What was that song?
Where you shake up a Coke and spray it on people?
Oh, was that Train? They came out with a song that was ridiculously catchy for the Coca-Cola commercial.
Why would you shake up a Coke? That makes zero sense.
Christmas at your house is
shaking up
different.
The happiness. Come on now. It's Christmas time.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that.
It's also a great way to prank your grandpa.
I've never heard it. I've never heard that song.
When I think Coke commercials, I think there's the polar bears.
That's what I think of too. It's the polar bears who like smile at each other and clink, and they're sharing a Coke.
Right.
There's something about a cold Coke in wintertime that does have a special feeling. I don't know when that started, but that's what I remember.
Santa. Coca-Cola's the first one to use Santa in an ad.
The Coca-Cola
Santa.
Right,
the classic Santa with a share of Coke and a smile. So you leave Santa milk and cookies, and you leave Santa Coke instead, and he's happy as a clam.
Here's a little bit of that Coca-Cola AI-generated ad. Take a look at the Spike. This would literally take, what used to take months and months and months for people to make when they were doing like CGI-generated ones.
It's thousands of hours. That's with the use of computers.
Yeah. And now it's just instantaneous. Can we play a little bit slower?
Okay, so we got a winter scene, a snowy cabin, a fireplace. And something in a fridge. Oh, it's critters. Okay, it's critters. A couple of otters, mom and pa otter looking out the window of their cabin.
Classic Coca-Cola trucks.
A train of Coca-Cola trucks trimmed for the holidays and lights. Beautiful snow-covered roads. Are those meerkat? Oh, they're meerkat. Okay, so Coca-Cola around the world. These are bunnies in France.
Oh, now it's in Japan.
It's in Japan. Oh, the Coke machine comes alive. That's adorable. Those are...
You know what they sell in Japanese?
A seal in a hammock in San Francisco.
Yeah.
A polar bear pretending to be a snowman. Trees. This is beautiful.
It's beautiful, but it's
festive.
AI. But it's AI. It's an ostrich driving that truck.
You ever try to teach an emu to smile on cue? It's hard to do, man. Owls in a treehouse. A bunny from... Look at that.
Yeah.
Pandas in Japan. Raccoons, America. And the Coca-Cola logo.
It's got to end up with it's got to be Santa, right? He's got to get out of the truck.
Sure. Oh, it's a delivery guy named Vern with a butt crack. No, it's not. No, you're right.
Who is it? He's coming out of the truck right. Oh, it's Santa Claus. Wow. Look at that. It's Santa Claus.
Wow.
Very exciting.
That AI Santa was
kind of creepy.
I was going to say.
Well, do you remember
Santa's trying to get dinner for Christmas Eve up at the North Pole. He needs what's on the menu? Duck, otter, ferret.
What you don't realize
seal,
is he's hunting.
Moose.
Yeah.
The trucks are full behind him.
He takes a sip of his Coke and then he gets his shotgun out.
They flash now to the North Pole after Christmas party. Elves everywhere, meat everywhere on the table.
Oh, horrible.
Gorgeous.
Horrible.
What goes better with roasted moose than an ice cold Coke?
Where's that adorable otter family now?
Any more otter, he says, as he passes down the platter.
What do you think of these? What do you think of these ads? Is there a part of it that seems soulless to you, or is it just so cute now? AI is so good now; it doesn't really even like. If I saw that on TV, I wouldn't think twice about it. I'd go, "That's adorable."
Yeah, it is. It's adorable, and it's no different. It's not a leap from CGI. Once they realized they weren't training real polar bears to open bottles with their claws, and they were using computers to generate these animated polar bears, I was okay with that. We've already crossed that bridge. Now we just don't have an artist making the computerized polar bear. We have AI doing it.
And they've come a long way. Do you remember the Polar Express movie? Do you remember that one?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like Tom Hanks is like all the roles or something, whatever that was. Yeah. The big problem with that movie is like that was pretty early in the days of CGI.
Very, very robotic.
Very ahead of its game. It looked like animated.
Yeah.
I don't want to be gross, but it kind of looks like corpses are animated. I mean, there's a dead look to them, like kind of a vacant.
It won't hold up. It'll look horrible even now today.
Although it's a Christmas classic, we watch it every year in our house. Well, here we go. Here's Laura's song.
Spray a friend with a shaken up Coke. Beautiful.
There you go.
It's annoyingly catchy.
It is catchy. You said this is strange.
I can't believe you guys don't remember this. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I've never heard this. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We will be right back.
Headed down the home stretch of the regular season.
The Seahawks defense does its job.
The Seahawks are back home in front of the 12s.
12s are on their feet.
It's real, and that's because of the environment that they create, and they're hungry for a great team.
And looking to show why they are one of this season's dominant teams in the NFL.
We always just put the mission over anything else, no matter what it is, man. We try to get that W.
Seahawks, Vikings, Sunday kickoff at 1:05, pregame at 10.
Where the 12s are the Hawks. KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
Black Friday deals are back at Dania Furniture. For a limited time, discover incredible savings on Nordic-inspired furniture and decor for every space in your home. From statement pieces for your living room to instant upgrades for the dining room, bedroom, and more. It's the perfect time to refresh your favorite space or reimagine your entire home. Dania Furniture. We make it simple. You make it home. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at daniafurniture.com.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. Headed down the home stretch of the regular season.
The Seahawks defense does its job.
The Seahawks are back home in front of the 12s.
12s are on their feet.
It's real, and that's because of the environment that they create, and they're hungry for a great team.
And looking to show why they are one of this season's dominant teams in the NFL.
We always just put the mission over anything else, no matter what it is, man. We try to get that W.
Seahawks, Vikings, Sunday kickoff at 1:05, pregame at 10.
Where the 12s are the Hawks. KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO Newsradio app.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas, and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building, with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Hurry, time's running out. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online or in store.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Heather Bosch. The Afghan national accused of shooting 2 National Guard members this week was today charged with murder after 20-year-old specialist Sarah Beckstrom died from her wounds. CBS's Nicole Skanga says he had worked with the U.S. forces.
Officials confirm that the suspect spent roughly 8 years in a CIA-backed zero-unit operation before fleeing Taliban threats in the eastern region of Afghanistan, a region known as Khost. His former badge reveals that the suspect was assigned to what's known as Kandahar Strike Force, or 03 unit.
He had entered the U.S. through a program that welcomed people who aided the U.S. during the Afghanistan war. The Trump administration continues to push for an end to the Russia-Ukraine war, even as Ukraine confronts some internal turmoil.
After the resignation of his key negotiator amid a corruption scandal, Ukraine's President Zelensky addressed his nation, calling for unity, saying, quote, "We risk losing everything, ourselves, Ukraine, our future," unquote. Andrei Yermak was not accused of any wrongdoing, although the scandal did threaten to weaken Ukraine's position. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is skipping next week's NATO meeting. His deputy will go instead, while President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff is expected in Moscow to continue discussions on ending the war. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
A winter storm may threaten post-Thanksgiving travel home plans. Meteorologist Craig Allen.
The next storm is going to be very impactful on travel for the latter part of this holiday weekend, and it's going to encompass a large area of the northern states, anywhere from the Pacific Northwest, where the storm originated from, moving into the northern plains, and then into the upper Mississippi and upper Midwest.
If you're shopping this holiday weekend, beware of social media ads. Cybersecurity expert Lisa Plagmeyer explains.
You could have fake influencer videos and things like that, because it only takes a few seconds to create a deep fake of somebody. And the problem now is they AI has just made them all look perfect. You can't rely on your eyes and ears anymore.
She says always purchase from reputable retailers and use a credit card. This is Black Friday, and many Americans are opting to shop in person, including this woman who lined up early.
Us as a family, we love shopping. It's really fun to just get up, and we don't get that much sleep anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much to get up at 4 a.m.
The National Retail Federation expects 187 million people to shop between today and Cyber Monday. Sales this holiday season could top $1 trillion. This is CBS News.
The annual Progressive Keys to Progress program provides vehicles to deserving veterans, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more at keystoprogress.com.
New details about the Bellingham man accused of shooting 2 National Guard members after Lori at the real-time traffic desk.
We have a new problem in Bothell. It's 405 northbound getting on from 527. It's just partly blocking. So Bellevue to Linwood, only a 14-minute drive. It hasn't really impacted traffic too much yet. Westbound 90, West Mercer Way. Look out for a stall. That one's in the HOV lane. Bellevue to Seattle, just a 9-minute drive across the lake. Bellevue to Renton, 12 minutes. And if you're heading from Seattle to Everett, that's going to take you 29 minutes. Now, Tacoma to Olympia, we have a 3-minute delay, and that's because it's very slow southbound 5 as you head past Joint Base Lewis McChord. As far as your mountain passes right now, both 90 and US 2, no restrictions. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Federal investigators are still examining why an Afghan national drove cross-country from Bellingham to the nation's capital before opening fire on 2 National Guard members. That suspect, Ramanullah Lakhanwal, now faces first-degree murder after one of the soldiers died. More from CBS's Nicole Skanga.
The revolver that was used in the attack, according to U.S. officials, was not registered to the suspect and was traced back to a deceased resident in Washington state.
Federal agents yesterday raided a Bellingham apartment where the suspect lived. Neighbors tell KIRO 7 TV children lived there.
My son goes to school with them. They're nice kids.
There was constant people in and out all the time.
They just come and go, kept it quiet to themselves.
Authorities say Lakhanwal immigrated to Bellingham in 2021. The FBI took several of his family members into custody. A weeks-long strike led by unionized Starbucks baristas is growing. They have been picketing outside stores ever since the company's Red Cup Day more than 2 weeks ago. Workers now say 26 locations across 20 additional cities have joined that strike. Starbucks, meantime, says 99% of its locations remain open and insists the company is ready to negotiate. Seahawks are back home Sunday facing a struggling Vikings team. 710 Seattle sports host Michael Bumpus talks about the key to victory on the Hawk Talk podcast.
Yeah, create turnovers, relentless pressure, keep everything in front of you, and offensively take care of the football. Build off of last week, no turnovers last week. Let's keep that rolling.
Vikings starting quarterback is in concussion protocol. Minnesota could be forced to play an undrafted rookie QB. Seahawks and Vikings kick off at 1:05 here on KIRO News Radio. Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are drying out today, mostly dry for this weekend as well. A couple of showers later tomorrow night, dry on Sunday. Right now looking at 51 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome to the Black Friday edition of the Jake and Spike Show. We hope you guys are enjoying the excessive discounted price we're delivering the show to you today. Yeah,
it's free.
Yeah,
it's free all day.
Freer than free because it's Black Friday.
I heard this story. Is this true that Discover Passes used to be free on Black Friday?
Used to be able to go to state parks for free.
That's no longer the case?
Not anymore.
Jeez,
that's lockdown Friday. State parks lockdown Friday.
They probably charge extra now. I don't know if that's the case. It's just a guess. Hopefully, whatever you guys are doing, you're having a great day. And thank you guys for listening to our special Jake and Spike Best of edition of the Jake and Spike Show.
The Beacon of Gondor.
You watch a lot of Lord of the Rings?
I read a lot of Lord of the Rings. I didn't watch a lot of Lord of the Rings, to be honest with you.
It's very good.
I've heard the movies are very well done. I've come across them a couple times while surfing.
You haven't seen them?
No, not really.
Jeez Louise, man.
I read the books. Multiple times.
The books are fantastic.
And I don't care who you are. Very rarely does the movie exceed the book, the original writings.
Sometimes it takes away. In this case, it complements.
Really? Okay.
Yes, it complements. I won't say it's better.
I trust your movie judgments too. You're a well-spoken, educated connoisseur of cinema.
I love.
Yeah. You know what you're talking about.
They're very, very good.
So you said there's benefit to watching the movies that enhance.
Yeah.
My experience of reading the books.
It will enhance because we didn't plan on talking about Lord of the Rings, but we can for a second. It will enhance because all the fun stuff in the books, which was written a long time ago. I mean,
Pre-World War II.
We're talking about almost about 100 years ago now. These books were written.
Yep.
And to see them depicted by very caring, loving hands. Peter Jackson,
right.
Absolutely adore. I mean, that he was put on this earth to adapt Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
And The Hobbit.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You should
Now they've made like 20 movies, though, right?
Well,
there were only 4 books.
They made 6 movies, and they made.
There's like a Rohirrim now.
Yeah, that's kind. Okay,
they keep in the Battle of Five Armies is its own movie. That was just a chapter.
Yeah, but you need. People love things in threes. Yeah, they love them in threes.
I like them better in 8ths, 7s.
I'm reading The Hobbit to my kids right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's so
good for you. Oh, that's wonderful.
So fun. It's so much fun.
I did that.
You read
with both my kids. Yep.
Isn't it just magical? It's more for
they're in the hole in the ground.
The thing that Yep. The thing that parents realize once you get to be parents is it's so much more for you than the kid. Like it's great for them, I hope.
Yeah.
But I think I'm getting so much more out of it than they are.
You're totally reliving the best time of your memories and you're generationally sharing what was so dear to you with them. Yeah.
Like last night, I'm reading the kids Mutton Roast, whatever, chapter 2 of Hobbit.
Roast mutton.
Thank you. You do know it.
I do it, buddy.
And 2 of my kids fall asleep while I'm reading, but the third, who's 10, he's into it and he's really liking it, so he's staying awake. He's like hanging on every word.
To the end?
Yeah.
Call and take you all and be stoned to you. Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
I'm there.
And so 2 of them kind of fall asleep, but that's also part of it. Like you remember when you were a kid, you fall asleep with your parents reading to you.
Yes,
it's nothing more comforting in the world.
God, that's so great.
Oh, it's wonderful. In these times of Thanksgiving, you just feel like these are the times to feel grateful. I would love to.
That's so true, to recharge what matters to you.
Yes. I would love on the text line 888-973-5476. I'm genuinely interested. I also try to do as much. Spike and I try to respond as much as we can. Laura responds to a bunch of the texts as well. Also on the different social media platforms. I've struck up genuine friendships with people who get in touch with the show, and I'm interested in what you guys are thankful for this holiday season. How you're going to be spending it, what you're going to be doing.
Good call.
Later, we're going to do a story. It's just 1 o'clock. We're going to do the story. This is hilarious. People are having to make decisions about whether or not to attend Thanksgiving based on if their family has similar political feelings as they do.
I've heard valid arguments.
This is wild.
I've heard valid arguments saying don't go. Don't
really?
Go. Yes. I don't share that point of view. I wouldn't endorse that decision.
People are claiming there's mental health reasons not to go.
Exactly. Mental health professionals, therapists are saying.
And I would say that person's crazy to not go and miss out on an opportunity to be with your family. But we can. I would love to talk about it.
Hash it out.
Yeah, we'll chat about it in just a little bit.
It's not just avoid the conversation.
No. Let's have it.
Right.
Let's you and I hash it out.
There you go.
All right. We got a lot of stuff to get to. It's not all hobbits and angry family.
Hobbits and hash,
dinner.
baby.
Yeah, hobbits and hash.
That's it.
First things first. I saw this article. I thought this was really interesting. Wealthy people, according to Washington Policy Center, Mark Harmsworth, who I believe is the director of small business stuff there. I don't have it offhand.
Okay.
He does great stuff. He writes great stuff, and he writes about how this new study came out by Smart Asset study that broke down in 2024, showing that Washington lost 222 high-earning millennial households. So people, young and specifically younger people, who have incomes over $200,000,
right,
who are at the stage of life where you're going to be buying a house, or you want to be building your wealth and raising your kids at a place, choosing where you want to spend your life, they are leaving Washington and they're going for greener pastures.
Like the second highest rate in America, people leaving this state, right? We're number 2. I think Illinois was ahead of us in loss of
Illinois was
high earners,
the only one ahead
and we're
of
number
us.
2. Yeah. Saw this study.
And so they are choosing to leave to find more tax-friendly areas that maybe they're not going to, have to give as much of their money away. It's just an interesting thing. What was your take on this? Did you agree with the point of the entire article was if you are taxing people too much, whatever that amount is, and I'm not saying that taxes should not be there. I understand taxes.
Sure, it's a cost of having a society.
I understand it. Yep. You got to have it. You got to have roads, all that stuff. But there does become a point where it becomes intrusive on a person's life, and it scares them away. And like as your job as a politician, like let's say Spike was in charge of all the taxes in the state. This is a great. We're giving you great power.
I like this.
With great power
comes great resposibility. I read that one too. Of course, that was more of a comic than a. Yes. But Uncle Ben spoke well. He spoke truth.
So how would you fix this problem? If you have people who are
first off, you have to agree that that's a problem.
That's a good question.
You got to agree that it's a problem.
Do you agree that that's a problem?
I think it's a very difficult line to walk and balance to find, in that you have to make the earners in your state. I don't want to say accountable; it's not the right word, but responsible, and acknowledge the fact that the reason that they're high earners is because of the opportunities the state provides. Those opportunities don't come in a vacuum. You got a workforce here. You got oftentimes tax incentives here to generate business here. You've got whatever infrastructure it is that allows your workforce to be here, and you make money because of where you live. So it doesn't operate in a vacuum.
Apparently not, because they're leaving.
Yeah,
so they can make money elsewhere.
That's a whole different card in my hand. Where they're going to? They're going to states like Florida and Texas. I think are the two largest states drawing these high earners.
Yes.
From like Illinois and your Washingtons of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, you ask yourself, of course, people want to protect their income. You don't want to be overtaxed. You're right. You don't want to overtax people. That's a problem. But what the state sees is while we've lost these high earners at the second highest rate in America, right?
Yeah.
We've also created more millionaires in this state. We've got a net gain of millionaires in this state in that same time period.
Primarily through stock gains. Yeah.
Whatever it is, they're earning more. We have an opportunity.
They're on paper, they're valued more.
Yeah, they're valued more. And oftentimes those earnings are protected with the way pay structures have acclimated and evolved. They avoid taxation. I think people avoid taxation in this country. I really do. I know that the highest earners pay the vast, vast majority of what drives our society. I acknowledge that.
Yeah, they're already paying most of the taxes.
But they're often paying historically low numbers. We had this conversation before.
Sure.
And there's truths to both points of view. There really are. You can't overtax people. You're going to lose the tax base.
So the tax burden right now, top 1% pay an estimated 3.0 to 3.3% of their income in state and local taxes. The lowest 20% pay 17.8% of their income. The middle 20% pay about 11% of their income.
And that's not the tax rate. We're not quoting the tax rate.
No, we're saying I'm
just
feeling it.
Clarifying for people at home.
Yeah.
We're not saying the top earners pay 3% in taxes. 3% of their total earnings, everything they earn. But that's still a pretty low number historically.
Well, but they're also paying most of the taxes.
Yeah, no, that's what I acknowledge.
It would make sense if you're making a lot of money.
Yeah, you're carrying the mail.
You're also not going to feel the pinch as much as somebody who's paying a fifth of their taxes. They don't make as much money, so they're going to feel every little bit more.
And that's when like a regressive, like a sales tax, which is how Washington generates most of its income, not having a state income tax.
It actually
generate most of our through sales taxes.
To me, it highlights just how horrible something like high gas taxes are.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. It just hammers you even further in the
because
wound.
Millionaires
even further
could care
in.
less about
they
high
don't care.
gas taxes.
It's pocket change.
50 cents a gallon.
Right.
They don't
fill
care.
their yachts with couch change.
100%.
I mean,
they're smart enough to
money.
probably fill their yachts down in Oregon. But if they were filling them here, they wouldn't even care because they've got a ton of money.
There's no pain threshold for them.
Do you think so? If the article does cite Mark Harmsworth does a good job. He cites he gives Bill Gates. Bill Gates.
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Bezos is the poster boy for taxing people out of the state. Yeah.
As an example, he's a super high earner. He's one of the wealthiest guys. I think he's second. Oftentimes he's the second richest guy in the world.
It fluctuates on a pretty regular basis.
He's an extreme example, but he is an example because he was a guy here.
He can't sleep those nights. He's not number one. He just lays his shaven head on a pillow.
There. Right? Sweating from his
stressing.
And
how am I going to rent an entire historic city the next time? Next time I want to rent Venice for an event, how am I going to afford that? He says.
So Washington State passes this capital gains tax.
Oh, 22 was it? Right?
I think it was 22. Yeah. They end up raising on that $1.2 billion.
Yeah.
But what they chased away was in 2024 alone, Bezos would have paid an extra $1 billion had he stayed here. But they chase that away somewhere else.
Yeah. So let me ask you, that's what you asked me what I thought about this.
Yeah.
I think there's a moral debt to society for the excessively successful. I mean, when I say excessively successful,
you're talking about a Bezos.
I think that's a fair description of Jeff Bezos. He has more money than he will ever dream of needing.
It's excessive.
Well, he has more money than
he's very successful.
If that guy spent a lifetime's earning every day, he would never even make a dent in the profit he's made. The gross.
He could spend money round the clock, nonstop.
Round the clock,
and he probably would still make money.
He could pick up every check of everybody he ever looks at.
Isn't that crazy?
But he could walk through a restaurant and get every check. Walk through a store, pay every tab, and it would never stop making more money than he had yesterday.
I saw a breakdown.
That's excessive.
I don't think it's excessive. I find it to be, fantastic, successful.
It's successive. Awesome. There it is. That's the word I'm looking for.
I saw a breakdown once that he makes, just based on how his stock value increases, it adds about $8 million an hour to his wealth.
Isn't that crazy? Right? An hour. Right?
That's insane. I think that was for 2023.
I'd have to tunnel under Fort Knox to get that kind of money in an hour. Right? It's I can't even fathom.
Continue your part about Jeff Bezos.
Well, here's the thing. Because
I have a retort for you.
You have to ask yourself, is there a moral obligation for folks who have benefited from this society, this capitalist society we created? Right? How much is enough? And I feel that, when you move to states like Texas and you move to states like Florida, right? These are states that really don't. It seems to me, and somebody can tell me if I'm assessing these wrong. They have kind of they failed the least among their states. They receive more in welfare and federal assistance than most states. Florida's a taking state, takes in more than they give to the federal government.
I don't know that that's the case.
I'm pretty sure that's right. So if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. I'm happy to be corrected. 888-973-5476. I love our vast unpaid research department. When a state can decide not to, have the social safety nets that other states provide, then they can offer havens for folks for taxation. And then we as taxpayers, as a nation, as a federal tax-paying base, we're helping subsidize Florida so they can offer these no-tax havens for folks like Bezos. Same thing in Texas.
Well, we're not giving Bezos anything. Bezos is giving back.
Well,
he's not getting anything from us. We're purely benefiting from him.
Bezos
as
an entrepreneur.
Yes,
we're not. The country isn't giving him anything.
Well, yeah, obviously
they give him a marketplace.
Obviously, he's in America. Yeah, all those things are implied.
He can't do business without people in this country who buy from him. His customer base.
Here's my point about Bezos. Bezos has created so much wealth, right?
Yeah.
So he's created so much wealth, which has been so beneficial to us here locally. I looked up some of these numbers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
Phone's beeping.
My wife. The Amazon order's at my door. I get an update every day.
Perfect.
This will ring off the hook throughout the course of the next 3 hours.
That's ironic. I looked into this. So Jeff Bezos, who enjoys being from Seattle. Obviously, was he from here originally, or he moved here? I think he moved here. I don't think he's from here originally.
I think that's right as well. I know that he and his wife
came here in the 90s.
He and his wife
80s,
got
90s,
their start here.
But they got their start here.
His business model, his business idea is genius.
Yes.
He had the right business at the right time. The pandemic hit, and he was the answer to everybody's prayers.
Here's a question for you. What happens to Washington if Jeff Bezos was never here? Amazon is Washington's largest employer?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
80,000 people in Washington are employed by Amazon. Do you know how much Amazon has added just to Washington's economy?
Oh, it's got to be in the tens of billions.
$87
and the
billion.
Tens, nearly $100 billion. Okay. Nearly $90 billion.
In Seattle alone, $30 billion flows into Seattle as a result of Amazon being here. What happens? Here's my question to you. What happens when somebody like Jeff Bezos, who is very good at starting businesses and making a lot of money, he finds that it's more flourishing to be in a different state, which doesn't tax you so much, and he starts that business somewhere else. Washington is just chased away. Now, Washington's tied in with Amazon. They're going to benefit from Amazon for a long time.
Yeah.
Much like somebody who is married, somebody tremendously successful, and now you're divorced, and you get a chunk of that. But no more new money is going to come in for you, right? Because that person has now been chased away. They're scorned. You're a scorned lover. Jeff Bezos is in another state now. What happens when somebody else is looking at the different places to start a business? They say, hey, you know what? Washington really seems to try to chip away at high earners, like really, really chip away at high earners.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I want to start my business somewhere else where they're not going to try to take my money? And then you end up growing something like Amazon's a unique example because it was so tremendously successful.
Yeah, it's the perfect.
But Washington would be $90 billion poorer. And we're already very poor because they run the state pretty poorly. There's $16 billion deficit.
Yeah.
So what happens to Washington if Amazon's not here?
If they evacuate completely, if they go away, or if they were never here.
Imagine if they were never here. Like some sort of a twisted,
in a
It's
world.
a Wonderful Life where Jeff Bezos wakes up.
Okay, you were never in Washington.
Mr. Potter, Mr. Potter. $90 billion, poof, disappears because they're chasing it away. And I think that's the point of the article is if you're chipping away.
I think downtown's full of dance parlors and women of the night, and there's neon everywhere, just like in Pottersville.
It would be
horrible,
right? It would be just like you're right. It would be dance houses on every street.
Get your hands off me! I know pesos!
Violent!
Don't you know me? Don't you know me?
That's pretty good.
But isn't it better that he was here?
Yeah, of course it is.
Isn't it worse that we've chased him away?
Well, I don't think so. I think
it's better that he's not here.
No. I think it's a moral failure of him to make his fortune to make his fortune here, right? And then to exceed, how many hundreds of billions of dollars he's got. He's not willing to kick back into the state to provide him the opportunity to grow the biggest business in the world, make him the second richest man in the world.
You think the state did that for him?
I think yes. I think we provided the opportunity, the infrastructure, the customer base, the labor base.
That was not achievable anywhere else?
It could have been, and he would have owed that state a debt of financial gratitude. I think to make all your money and then take it before it's time to kick back into the society that provided you the opportunity is a moral failing on his part.
I feel like he's done that.
Has he?
$90 billion to the local economy?
Yeah, and he keeps making money from the money that he has people here, has employees here, he generates wealth here, and instead of paying any of that back to the society providing the opportunity, which is still going on, he pays none of it back. He moves out of state. Yeah, it's just, I live in the Bailey, I'm in Baileyville. I'm in
you think in this scenario that you're in Baileyville?
I'm in Bedford Falls. Yes.
Oh, funny.
I'm totally in Bedford Falls. You
Very
old building and loan.
You think you're the building and loan?
I'm digging my building and loan shirt
Isn't it
out
funny
tomorrow.
how everybody thinks they're the building and loan?
I'm the building.
Everybody thinks that they're George Bailey.
Yeah, of course we are. You're looking at us all wrong.
I'm gonna leave you with that. I want you to go away from this.
Just Money's not over here.
George Bailey.
Just Money's in Ballard.
Okay.
It's in Issaquah.
Okay. That's a good way to start. We got a lot more coming up. You're not going to want to miss it. Stick around.
Headed down the home stretch of the regular season.
The Seahawks defense does its job.
The Seahawks are back home in front of the 12s.
12 are on their feet.
It's real, and that's because of the environment that they create, and they're hungry for a great team.
And looking to show why they are one of this season's dominant teams in the NFL.
We always just put the mission over anything else, no matter what it is, man. We try to get that W.
Seahawks, Vikings, Sunday kickoff at 1:05, pregame at 10.
Where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO Newsradio on 97.3 FM.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacies, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas, and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building, with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder. Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. From the K4 to the Telluride to the EV9, be ready this winter. With amazing pricing and financing, now is the time to buy at Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. The Afghan national accused of shooting 2 National Guard members near the White House now faces a murder charge after one of those soldiers died. CBS's Camila Montoya Galvez says the suspect, Romanula Lockenwall, immigrated to Bellingham in 2021.
It is really important to note that while this individual was allowed into the country by the Biden administration, as the president has rightly noted, he was granted asylum earlier this year under the second Trump administration, meaning that there were several opportunities for the U.S. government to actually rescreen this individual, and it is possible that no discernible red flags were raised and detected.
President Trump now saying he wants to clamp down on immigration from certain countries. More from CBS's Stacey Lynn.
President Trump says the shooting underlined a major national security threat and placed blame on U.S. immigration policies. He's promised to take steps to remove any foreigner from, quote, any country who does not belong here. In a post on Truth Social, he said he will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover.
Families in Ferndale say they are facing skyrocketing water bills with no explanation from the city.
Well, the water tastes like crap. You can't drink it. It's horrific.
More from KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss.
Renee Miller says her family's had to pay around $40,000 to replace appliances damaged by corrosion from the water. She and others say they feel ignored and taken advantage of.
Some residents are now threatening a lawsuit. KIRO 7 has reached out to the city but has not yet heard back. While you're out doing your holiday shopping on this Black Friday, look out for those Light the World giving machines. They're at Alderwood Mall and South Hill Mall. Instead of snacks, they dispense donations to local nonprofits like YWCA Pierce County. CEO Abby McLean.
When you are able to give no matter what amount, whether it's $5, $20, $100, that is going to have a massive impact on families that are making a really hard and courageous step to get safe.
You can go to mynorthwest.com for a list of organizations involved. At 2:33 now, we go to the real-time traffic desk with Lori.
Still have this collision 527 getting onto northbound 405. It's partly blocking. So Bellevue to Linwood, though, still just an easy 14-minute drive. Westbound 90 at West Mercer Way. It looks like that stall's moving over to the right shoulder. Bellevue to Seattle staying at a 9-minute drive. Bellevue to Renton, 12 minutes. Edmonds to Kingston, the ferry is a 2-hour wait. Mukilteo to Clinton, 1 hour. And Seattle to Bainbridge saying 1 hour wait. Seattle to Linwood is a 16-minute drive. Now, if you're heading from Tacoma to Federal Way, you've got a 1-minute delay. I'm seeing heavy traffic past Joint Base Lewis McChord on southbound I-5, but Tacoma to Olympia is just 49 minutes. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
And your weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Staying dry today, mostly dry tomorrow with some light rain at times tomorrow night and Sunday. Also looking pretty good with some sun breaks. Right now, 51 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This was an interesting little thing that we can argue over, or we can all agree wholeheartedly on.
Okay.
Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy.
The Duffster.
The Duff.
Yeah.
He was making a point that as we head into a busy week of holiday travel, it's the busiest travel week of the year, they say, flight-wise.
Yeah.
How can you make the flight experience better for folks? How can it be better? And he has an interesting suggestion. So let me play his audio clip, and then let's see if we agree with him or we disagree with him about making the flight experience better overall.
Good. Okay.
So here, and let's start from this point, too. Can we all agree? Let's make sure that we all have the same, we're all saying, starting from the same starting point. Do we all agree that flight travel, as it is today, in not first class, but just like in general boarding, general population. Can we all agree, yes, in coach, that flight travel doesn't feel like it did in years past?
Oh, you wholeheartedly agree.
I feel like it is
ain't what it used to be.
It's gotten worse. Am I right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Do we all feel that way?
You have to pay to check your bags. The lines are crazy. The delays are crazy.
The amenities on the plane seem to be less.
Forget a blanket. Used to be a blanket and a pillow, no problem. What do you need?
Yeah, headphones. Headphones, I think, were maybe always like a $1.
They used to feed people on flights.
No more.
They used to feed people on planes. I'm telling you, not just in first class.
Not just international?
No. If you flew American, if you flew in America domestic flight, a long flight, you got a meal.
Yeah.
If it was a breakfast, lunch, or dinner time, you got a meal.
I feel like the cutoff was 2 hours. If it was over 2 hours, they were going to give you food.
Well, you don't have time to get up and get down. You better get a drink. I get that. But I think it's more. It's the traveler. It's not even the amenities anymore. I get airlines are in business and times are tough. Economic pressures on the airlines to be competitive. I think it's the travelers that have changed.
Okay, let's hear about it from Sean Duffy, and let's see if his suggestion would improve air travel for everybody.
People dress up like they're going to bed when they fly. I see people getting on airplanes and they're having a hard time taking their luggage and getting in the oversized or the above bin. Help people out. Be nice. Be courteous. And so we want to push people as we come into a really busy travel season. Help people out. Be in a good mood. Dress up. Bring civility back to travel. And I think everyone's experience is going to be that much better.
What do you guys think about this? Dressing up for a flight. Novel idea? Would it improve the experience for everybody on board? Laura, what do you think?
Hard no for me.
To dress up?
Hard no.
Really?
Yeah. Everything else about this is so miserable already. I have no room to sit. My legs are cramped. I'm smushing all my luggage I possibly can above and below me because I don't want to pay extra.
Okay.
The least I can do is wear comfortable, loose-fitting pants.
Okay, that's
fair.
The
least I can do is put an eye mask on and not have people judge me. You
know? Could you not put an eye mask on and maybe a little mascara?
Well, Laura, I hear what you're saying, but I think what Secretary Duffy is also saying is help Laura with her bags, people.
Yeah, no,
Show
obviously
a little common
there
courtesy
should be a
for
gentleman
people.
out
Yeah.
there that sees Laura
That was
putting a
part
bag
of,
up.
That was part of his statement, right? I mean, you're right. You're up there, and part of that is
Maybe
because they're charging us.
If you were dressed a little nicer,
Well, and
somebody might do it.
just to be clear, Jake is making these jokes because before the show, I said that I actually agree in dressing up a little bit for last minute holiday shopping
Yes.
or driving.
Okay.
People will let you merge or let you into the store right before it closes if you have a little bit of mascara on
They
and
treat
a nice
you a little differently
smile.
because you appear to them to be a little higher class.
And I thought you guys could maybe try my mascara trick and
Happy
see
to
how
try
far
it.
it gets
See if
you
I'll
at the
get some-
holidays. Yeah.
See if I get some more service from the people at Target. They got to talk to me anyway. I don't know what I look like at Target nowadays.
Yeah, now they have
They
to.
have to talk
I
to
could
me.
use it. A little blush
Little
on
blush,
these cheeks.
Get those cheekbones. You got beautiful cheekbones. You should.
Give yourself a little color. Yeah.
What do you think, Spike, about dressing up on
you know
flights?
how much I hate to agree with anything the Trump administration puts out there, but you got me again. I'm with him on this one. And Laura's got some great points, though. You know, I don't want to be uncomfortable on a plane. I mean, I get looking nice, looking neat, but a suit and a coat and tie is uncomfortable. And you're already in a cramped seat with people who are bleeding over your armrest. I get the comfortable clothes on a plane. But folks who trot on in their slippers and pajamas with their own pillow and their own sleeping
soft
blankets.
pants, somebody in sweats. I see a grown person in sweats.
I got no time for these people. And I
God
get it.
help me if you take your shoes off. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, forget that.
People who take their shoes off on the plane should be forced to sit outside. I say we
adult-
bolt some seats to the wing, and if you're going to take your shoes off, you can take them outside. Okay?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, come on,
I'm okay
people.
with it.
People who put their feet up.
Oh, that's
on the
gross.
plane.
That's gross.
If you're on the aisle and you put your foot up because your foot is in the aisle.
It's a respect for the people that you're flying with.
Thank you. It
Somebody
is.
shows up on a plane in sweats. I think instantly when I see that person, I go, "This person is a depressed person."
Well, they don't care.
They've
Why
left
should
the house
I?
in
Yeah.
sweats. They have no care for what other people think about them. They don't like when you go to church or when you go to a nice function, when you go to a play or you go to a Christmas tree lighting. Are you wearing sweats? No, you're dressing up for the occasion.
Right.
Because you feel like you want to be your best person. You want to present yourself in the best way that you can. You're acting differently. And maybe I think that's what he's saying here.
I think he is too.
You're going to hold yourself to a higher standard. And if everybody holds themselves to a higher standard, isn't the experience better for all of us?
Do you think the people who work to help travelers get through the airports and the airplanes quickly and efficiently, you think they would be more willing to help you, to Laura's point, if you look a little nicer?
You walk in
Show
a
little-
nice,
right?
crisp suit,
or
looking good. Or some schlub in sandals with your disgusting feet.
You can definitely sneak into an airport lounge a little bit easier.
All
Dressing
of it.
nice. By the way,
all of life gets better.
I've got very comfortable travel clothes, but they look nice. They're pleated pants, but they're stretchy.
Sure.
They don't have a binding waist.
The appearance of nice is all you need.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
They
to
look
actually be
great.
nice.
You know?
But you put a little effort in.
Put a little effort in.
Put a little effort in.
Yep.
There you go. I like it.
And you know if your bag's too big for the overhead.
And help
you
somebody
know.
out. If you see a lady trying to put up a bag, stand up and help her.
Right.
Be a gentleman for crying out loud. Or just like a nice tall lady. If there's a tall lady who can help
them
out.
Yeah, we're
good
not
for
sexist.
you too.
Here.
You can do it.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful that I get to do this show with you every day, Manda, and I'm also thankful that we have such great listeners to KIRO News Radio.
Me too. I am thankful for a number of things. One, our time together this year. It's been a thrill to come over here. I am thankful for the entire team on Seattle's Morning News. It's just a great place to be, and it's been a wonderful year.
Happy Thanksgiving from all of us.
At Seattle's Morning News.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Thinking about retiring and wondering, am I going to be okay? Well, you're not alone. Women live longer and often end up handling finances solo. Truth is, the financial world doesn't make it easy. That's why Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop exists. It's a free Zoom event on December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Built to help women prepare for retirement without jargon, pressure, or assumptions. You'll learn how to build reliable income, protect savings from taxes and market swings, time Social Security and Medicare, and plan for retirement that could last 30 years. Madrona Financial and CPAs break it down so it finally makes sense. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired, this is your chance to learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot now. Call 833-673-7373. That's 833-673-7373.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gordon Christensen, and if you're a dentist as I am, or you know a dentist, please take a moment to listen. When I became a dentist, I learned how quickly poor oral health can lead to other serious health problems. And for people without access to care, these problems can spiral very quickly. I wanted to help, but I wasn't sure how I could until I joined Dental Lifeline Network. It's a nonprofit that has helped us literally change the lives of people in our communities. DLN asked dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need in your area. It's very simple. DLN screens those in need and coordinates an initial appointment that takes place in the comfort of the dentist's own office and on their schedule. Right now, there's a wait list for patients in need in your community. I'm asking fellow dentists who will join me in seeing one patient per year.
Learn more about Dental Lifeline Network at willyouseeone.org. That's willyouseeone.org.
Free consultations, no fee guarantees, 5-star reviews. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains the importance of going beyond these familiar offerings.
Accident victims want an attorney, Tom, that satisfies their needs. Someone who handles those needs with the highest degree of care. Pendergast Law offers the no-fee guarantees and free consultations, but these only scratch the surface.
Okay, explain more.
We make sure that every member of our team is genuinely passionate about helping others. Customer service and communication are our top priority. It's how we take care of our clients so they always feel one step ahead of the insurance companies. Our strong reputation for high standards provides comfort and confidence when it's needed most.
Pendergast Law offers the free consultations, the no-fee guarantees, and of course, they are 5-star rated. But what really makes them different is their genuine passion for helping others. I can't recommend them enough.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
He was the heart of your family, and he taught you our history. He helped you fix your first flat. He was the best backyard DJ around. And every time he'd tell a story, he'd own the room. But now more than ever, he may feel alone. Today, older adults and their loved ones are struggling to connect in a time when connection has never been more important. But there is something we can do. Embrace our older loved ones through StoryCorps Connect. With StoryCorps Connect, you can honor seniors remotely with an interview about their life. Every interview will be archived at the Library of Congress, becoming part of American history, so that years from now, future generations can listen in.
All right, Grandpa, what's one piece of advice you have for me?
Just 3 words, sweetheart. Live with courage. The man that had the best stories still has plenty of stories to tell. So connect virtually and share the conversation of a lifetime at StoryCorpsConnect.org/AARP. Connect honor, share. StoryCorps Connect. A message from AARP, StoryCorps, and the Ad Council.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for children in foster care and youth statewide. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio.
Hi, this is Ursula Voitin. From all of us on the G and Ursula Show, we want to wish you a safe and peaceful Thanksgiving holiday weekend. We want to thank you for choosing us to be part of your daily life. And we also want to thank you for being such an important part of our show community.
Happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Husky Nation, rivalry for a reason is on, and every dollar you donate counts as a vote against food insecurity. 100% helps families in need thanks to Northwest Harvest and Safeway. Let's outgive the Ducks. Go to dogsvsducks.org now.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen.
All right, welcome back. Spike, I'm very excited about this. Spike, you have an odd dilemma happening to you right now. You're going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, I have something I need to get from Los Angeles to Seattle. Mm-hmm. And it's completely above board. For anybody, I'm not trying to figure out a way to ship, contraband goods.
Sure.
And
you're trying to sneak it up here in the trunk of a car.
No, I don't need somebody to haul it up. Although if somebody's coming back from LA, I'm open to.
You let me know.
I'm open. Here's the drill. I've got a movie prop that I was gifted. Bob Rivers passed away in the spring here, or excuse me, it was last almost a year now. Anyway, sorry, I get emotional thinking about this. When Bob Rivers moved his stuff from Vermont to Las Vegas, I helped carry his things across the country.
That's right. You drove
twice.
Yeah.
Because it was during COVID and everything was locked down and moving companies and rental companies had sold off all of their goods. You couldn't get a mover for like 6 weeks.
I remember this.
So I said to Bob, at the time I was unemployed. I said, I'll drive across country for you. You rent the truck, I'll, pay for the hotels and gas, and I'll gladly drive you. So it took me 4 days. It was easy breezy. Loved doing it.
Probably kind of fun.
I love road trips.
Also, you have like an empty country to see.
Exactly. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
One of the things that Bob brought from his home in Vermont to his new home in Las Vegas was a movie prop that he had acquired over the years, in the course of doing the radio show. And Laura has a picture I shared with her. This is a movie prop. It's a Yoda that was used in production of one of the Star Wars movies. There's a photo of our YouTube channel right now. It is, when I say a life-size Yoda, wow. I mean, if Mark Hamill was standing next to that, it's a Yoda from a movie set.
It's a full-size Yoda.
It's a full-size Yoda with the quality of this is cinematic.
Yeah. It was used in a movie, you said.
Yes, exactly. I mean, so Yoda
amazing.
rode shotgun with me across America. He drove from Vermont to Vegas with me in that U-Haul truck, to the point where at night I wouldn't leave Yoda in the truck because
he
came into my hotel room every night.
Yeah,
I brought him inside and he stayed in my room. There's me and Yoda.
Separate beds. I hope.
Separate beds. He actually sat by the window. I made him watch the truck. It's ironic. When I would go into these hotels, people everywhere I went with this, people wanted to see and get a photo with Yoda. Every clerk at every motel wanted a photo with Yoda.
You should have put a mask on it. How funny would that have been?
I was driving down. I'd be driving down the freeway in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, Arizona, you name it. I don't care where it was. I'd look over and someone would be in the lane next to me, flipping out.
Sure.
Taking photos, leaning out of their car windows. taking photos of Yoda.
If you guys aren't on YouTube, you're missing a show right now. This is hilarious.
I mean, it was fantastic. It's the best time riding shotgun with Yoda. We talked about the universe. It was great.
Good conversationalist.
It was funny. It was in my mind.
Isn't that amazing? What's funny is actually you probably could. I mean, I know we're like being funny, but you probably did end up have like
some deep thoughts.
You could hear his voice. It's just like this. 100%.
Totally.
Yeah.
Here's my dilemma. I've got to get him from up here from Los Angeles.
Oh, you're bringing him into your house?
Yeah, but he was gifted to me. When Bob passed away, I reached out to Bob's son, Keith, who now is in possession of Yoda. I said, what are you going to do with that? He said, I don't know. I'm going to sell it. I'm like, no, let me. He goes, no. He goes, I'll give it to you. Dad would love that you have it.
Oh, that's so fun.
But it's going to cost me more to ship it from California. I looked into this. I could buy a one-way plane ticket and put it in a seat on an airplane and fly it up here.
It's more expensive to ship
that.
Than to fly it?
Yes.
How can you fly it, though?
Because of the size. That's the thing.
On his own.
No, that's the thing. I have to get somebody who's flying. Somebody who's coming from LA to here, right?
Would they let you do that? Would they let you buy an extra seat for a Yoda?
I would think so. I mean, an oversized luggage thing would be probably a cheaper way to go, but I wouldn't want that to go through baggage
he's going to
at
get
the
all
airport.
Banged up. He's going to lose an ear.
I've seen what they do to luggage.
Yeah.
But sitting that in a seat next to an airplane is cheaper than shipping it up here from LA. So I'm trying to, and Keith said he'll keep it until there comes a time when it's convenient that someone I know is coming up or I'm down there coming up.
Well, if anybody's driving back from LA, you message the show.
Right. Look at that.
That'd be nice.
It's
bring
he's
Spike
beautiful.
Yoda back to
He's
him.
beautiful.
Unite these two best friends.
Bestest buddies. Well, that'll do it for our special Black Friday edition of the Jake and Spike Show, Best of Jake and Spike. We appreciate you joining us today. We look forward to you being here on Monday with us. We'll be back at full strength. You can tell us of the wonders and horrors of your holiday weekend. We'll see you then.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio and the John Curley Show.
I'll share with you the Curley tradition, which is that we all go around the table and say the one thing we are grateful for. I think it gives everybody an opportunity to learn from each other and to reflect on the year. And my only advice to everyone is don't be the last to go, because there's a pretty good chance someone's going to steal your line. Go second or third. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So, how many chickens do you think there are on the farm?
3,000?
What do you think chickens eat?
Grass.
What else?
Seed.
So, do you know what organic eggs are?
The ones that you put in brownies?
Yes, the ones you put in brownies.
We hope you choose fresh eggs from our family farm.
Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
Looking for even more Seahawks content? Then you gotta check out The Reset. Hey, it's G. Scott, and every week, me and my co-host and Seahawks great Brandon Meebane talk Seahawks. We break down the matchups, and we're joined by former Seahawks players.
From Lakewood to Lombardi, Seahawks champion, my main man, Jermaine Kearse.
What up, G? Watch The Reset live on YouTube or subscribe on the Seattle Sports app.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state. American Crawl, the heroes you call. Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
This is Holly Robinson Pete for Eggland's Best. Eggs are a staple in our diet, and there's only one egg with more delicious, farm-fresh taste plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. With more vitamins, including 6 times more vitamin D and 10 times more vitamin E, plus 25% less saturated fat than ordinary eggs. Available in so many delicious varieties, classic, cage-free, and organic. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio and the John Curley Show.
I'll share with you the Curley tradition, which is that we all go around the table and say the one thing we are grateful for. I think it gives everybody an opportunity to learn from each other and to reflect on the year. And my only advice to everyone is don't be the last to go, because there's a pretty good chance someone's going to steal your line. Go second or third. Happy Thanksgiving.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
For the news you trust.
Breaking news we are getting.
Experience matters.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo.
James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Good morning. I'm Heather Bosch.
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
We're on YouTube, our app, and 97.3 FM.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's best eggs. They're just so delicious with better nutrition, too. For them, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best.